Schmack 'em a gob, everybody. Hey, it's our 400 episode, and with me is
Oh yeah, the Ayatollah Alcoholic Ian Wadley, and we apologize about last week's episode.
oh my god. Yeah, if you guys heard that, I just gotta let you all know. Some of you liked it. I saw some comments, but man, that to me was the worst episode we have ever done. I don't think we can ever get that bad ever again. It'd be impossible. Well,
I don't know.
number one, it'd be impossible to get that bad again because we're never having Bush and Markey back. You know? So that right there eliminates the chances of it being because of those two, that will be the worst. That nobody can outsuck those two last week. Those fucking Hagar fans.
Yeah, you know what's awesome though is I did see online this week Maynard James Keenan, the singer from Tool. He posted. He's like, "No longer are we responsible for the worst episode of the RMCP." So that's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
It got some traction, and if you look, I was looking today. I was like, man, our YouTube numbers keep growing, and I was like, fuck, man, like that episode beat like a lot like better episodes that we've done more recently, but. Yeah, that was a tough one, and I didn't even share it. Like, I didn't even post that shit on. Like, normally, like if we do like a band specific, not only will I post it on all the like, our usual places, I'll post it on band pages. I'm like, I ain't putting that shit on no Van Halen
No, it
pages.
was terrible. And
Yeah.
you know this. After we were done with last week's episode, when I turn off Zoom, it goes into this page that downloads the episode. But when I
Yeah.
did it last week, the thing didn't come up. And I'm trying to figure out how to get the episode. I couldn't figure out. And I told you, dude, the
Yeah.
episode's gone. Well, anyway, I get back on the computer and all of a sudden this thing pops up. Like it downloaded without me seeing it. And the strange thing is, when I finally did get it, the podcast was like it would show you on the screen, then me. It wouldn't have like the like each guest, which you can't see the reaction of the other people. This is the way to do it. I hope if again it's just me and you don't see Ian, there's something wrong with the Zoom shit. Even though I had no
Right.
problems on Almost Human Live last week, but yeah, I thought I lost it, and I called Ian. I thought I lost it, but you know what? Honestly, I was kind of like a little bit relieved too. I was like, yeah, well, fuck it. If there's any episode I'd want to fucking get rid of would be that one. But then it
Oh,
popped up and I said, fuck it. But I warned the page. I told everybody, look,
yeah.
it's the worst episode we've ever done. It was fucking terrible. It was,
Yeah.
you know what it was? It was the vibe. The
Yeah.
vibe of the show wasn't funny. It wasn't good. We tried to salvage it, but it just wasn't good, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. And like, we've talked about this in the past. The greatest episode we've ever recorded, nobody's ever seen because that was an OU812 episode with Mark. That was
Yeah,
by far the funniest thing we've ever done. It
yeah,
was
yeah.
lightning in a bottle, but it just shows you that you can plan all this shit out, but it's all about the spontaneity and what happens in the moment. Because, when we do episodes, I write down notes. I'll write down fucking jokes because I know, like, oh, fuck, by the time we're doing the show, I'm going to be drunk. I better write this down or I'll forget it. But some of the best shit that's ever happened isn't what I wrote down. It's just what comes off the cuff, you know? And that's how it is. I mean, if you look on paper, what we lined up and who we had it lined up with, it should have been a fucking, slam dunk, fucking, knocked out of the fucking park. And it
And that's
wasn't good.
and that's how I hyped it. I
Yeah.
hyped it that way because, like what you were saying earlier, it's our shittiest show, but it got a lot of views. The
Yeah.
reason it got a lot of views because the subject like that, how can you lose? You see Fair Warning versus Oh You Wait One Two, you're like, oh, this is gonna be great. And it
We
just
blew it.
oh man. And believe me, I don't blame you or me. I really don't. You know, it was the Hagar
Well,
fans, man. They fucked it up. They
yeah,
ruined the vibe, and I love them both. Don't get me wrong,
yeah.
whatever. I love them both, but that was just terrible, man.
Yeah, and I think, what you expected is, Mark to say some dumb shit and, promote fucking Hagar. And he just like went all like Dave, which is, yes, common sense, but it's not why we brought him on the show. We brought him on the show because he's going to say some stupid shit because he's a Hagar fan. And then you got Bushy. Again, we love Bushy. But Bushy I love Bushy to death, but he seemed like he didn't want to be here from the
Yeah, no,
jump.
yeah, he did. He was annoyed.
And
He was annoyed with the comments we were getting. And
yeah,
it was like,
yeah,
God damn, dude. I mean, lighten up. Come on. We're only alive once. Why you got to be a sourpuss?
right.
But I love Bushy. I love him, man. But it just didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah.
I thought it would, and it didn't. Have we ever had Bushy before on the show?
Oh yeah, yeah. We've had Bushy on the show before, and he's been fantastic. But you never know. Just like when you meet a celebrity, you never know if you meet him on a good day. You don't know what was going on with Bushy that day. Uh, you
Well,
know.
Bushy had to go through some bullshit to do the show because he was out of
Oh yeah,
power. He was out of power,
yeah,
and he had to drive to his girlfriend's, who's like 30 minutes away, to do the
yeah.
show. So yeah, he had some, and unfortunately brought it to the show and brought the show. And I'm not just blaming it all on Bushy, because you and I, we couldn't
Oh
jive.
yeah.
There
Oh
was
no,
nothing
dude.
there to jive with.
No, it was a prime example of I had so much like funny shit written down that didn't end up getting used just because we couldn't get in sync. We didn't get like the whole thing going, so it threw me off. I think everybody was thrown off, except for Mark, who was just drunk and happy to be here. But even Mark is like, he wouldn't even share his own real opinion, because come on, he loves some fucking Sammy, dude. You don't get AIDS without loving Sammy Hagar, and he's got full blown AIDS. But yet he was all about Dave on that show. But it just showed you can come into this shit with plans and all this shit. But the best thing about this show is the spontaneity and when shit just happens. And it didn't happen last episode.
And being in a good mood, man. Come on, we're hanging
Yeah,
out, we're having
yeah,
fun. Let's have some
yeah,
fun. Let's goof on each other. And I even said that to Bushy. You better goof on us before we did the
yeah.
show. We wanted, banter back and forth, but
Yeah,
it,
but
it,
you know what it reminded me of though. In all honesty, I made the joke about it earlier. It reminded me of when you and me did the Tool show before we got in our big tussle and stuff like that. But it was just like an album that pissed you off so much. You were in a bad mood and you hated it, and so you got to be in the right mood to do this
yeah,
shit.
I think at that time we were doing fan paid episodes, and it
Oh
was like
yeah,
5 shitty albums in a row. It was driving me
oh
fucking
yeah,
nuts. And then you throw Tool at the end of it. It's like, motherfucker.
yeah.
It's like,
No,
damn.
I get it, but that's why the show is better. Like when we pick what we're doing and we're in the vibe, and 9.9 times out of 10, every time you and me do a show, we're happy to do it, regardless of what it is. We're in a good mood. We're ready to joke around, but sometimes the stars don't align. And then sometimes it's something like this where like you and me are both in good moods, but we're about ready to talk about a shitty fucking album, So you never know. But if there's anybody watching this that was like a newcomer on the last episode, stick around. It gets better.
No, no.
Go back,
Bullshit.
check out the past.
Bullshit. Anybody that saw our last episode, if it was their first time seeing us, they ain't
Yeah,
coming
they-
to watch this.
No.
They're not coming back here. They think
No.
we suck, and rightfully so. They should think that. If you're going to judge us
Right.
by the last episode, we fucking suck.
Well, enough apologizing. But before we get into reading, and this is something I did like, though. I did see some comments. People were loving that we read, the YouTube comments. Which
Oh,
is,
no. You're going to read comments?
Calm down, Bushy. Uh, But before I get to the YouTube comments, I got to go to the thing you've made fun of me for in the past is checking the iTunes reviews, which
We got one.
which I still do every week, just because that's how I listen to my music is the iTunes, even though I hate Apple. But we have a new iTunes review,
Whoa.
a 5-star review on the Wasp episode.
On the Van Hagar one.
No, on the Wasp episode.
Yeah. I think I don't see any positive shit from that one.
Yeah, no. This is a 5-star episode entitled Wasp episode, and this is from Brenda Esquire. I wonder who that is.
I don't think my girlfriend's on iTunes.
She says, and I quote, "I'm just writing a comment to say I still listen on Apple Podcasts. Also, I want to see if Ian really does check the comments here. Seriously, excellent episode."
Oh, she did listen to that episode though. She was telling me she goes, "Yeah, I'm like almost 2 hours into it. And you guys still ain't talking about Wasp."
I wondered about that, and I don't know how much, because you handle all the fucking YouTube shit. I don't know how much of a pain in the ass this is, but I do see other shit on YouTube where they do like a timestamp. You know what I mean? Like, if you
I don't
want
know
to,
I don't know how to do that shit. Dude,
hey, I don't blame you.
I gave you email, I gave you password. Go in the goddamn and you start running the shit,
Yeah. Hey, no, I don't know how to do fuck about shit,
well,
dude.
hey,
Seriously.
I know less.
If I knew how to, dude, you're better than me. You figured out the Patreon shit. I tried the Patreon shit and I got nowhere.
No, I didn't.
Well, how do you get your fucking your Patreon on your fucking other shit?
I just say, hey, if you want to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. That's it.
Oh, that's through PayPal. It ain't Patreon kind of shit.
That makes more money than Patreon, bro.
Yeah. No, I hear you, dude. No, I mean, this shit we're old guys, man. We're old guys.
Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too old to figure out Patreon. It was hard enough to get my channel monetized. Dude, you have to go through hoops. You literally have to even deal with snail mail to get monetized. You have to. It's gonna
dude.
It's gonna send you in the mail a code. You got to type it. All this crazy shit. It's fucking bizarre. But it was a lot of work to do. It took months. Actually, I was initially denied, and I was like, "Well, fuck it." And I don't know. Something hit me one day. I was like, "Let me try again." And I ended up doing it, but I had to go through all these hoops. But I ended up doing it,
We've said it before, and I'll say it again. You go back, now we're talking about 12 years ago when we started this shit. Ralph said, "Hey, we'll get Terrence because he'll do all the smart shit that we don't want to do."
Oh, boy.
It's because this isn't our forte, man. We like to talk about shit. We like to do all this shit, but man, all this shit in the background for older guys like us, man, it's a pain in the fucking ass. I remember I had to create like a whole new fucking, a whole new, what you call it, web address or no, email address just to get us on fucking iTunes because my first one got rejected. And then they wouldn't take it with that email address, so I had to create a whole nother. And I did that fucking 14 years ago. You tell me to do it now, I'd have no fucking idea, man. This shit sucks. Just send us our money. We'll give you our address and you mail us checks. How about that? Fuck. Yeah. This shit's tough.
So this here, Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, a labor of love. We don't make no money.
Yes. No money. Fucking, we just paid out. And in fact, I just got a fucking email the other day and I was all fucking scared. Because I had to read it 3 times to see what it was. Because we're grandfathered in because we got into Podbean fucking years ago. Like if you start a new podcast now and you get on Podbean, it costs you way fucking more than what I pay. and I thought they were finally going to jump up my shit, but it was like if you want to add AI and all this other fucking bullshit, you know, I was like, God damn. All we want to do is talk to you fuckers about metal, and the internet makes it hard, But yeah, no, this is a labor of love, We make no money off of this, We just do this because we love each other, and we love talking about metal and rock and all this shit. So, you know, when you get a shitty episode like the last one, just deal with it because you got a lot of great ones before that.
And don't worry, we'll never do a shitty one like that again.
Fucking A, right. All right. Well, now let's talk to the people. Let me see here. Let me do a refresh, see if anybody else wanted to add their fucking 2 cents here to our fair warning episode. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Let me
Yeah,
add my
and
newest.
a lot of I saw people like on it. I was like, really?
Yeah, I think people were being nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck, really? You
But
thought I was
but I'll tell you this though. What I did like, and honestly, like nobody wants to see bad shit. But I did see some people talk down about it, and it made me respect their opinion. I'm like, at least they're being honest that this wasn't a good episode. And I would rather hear the truth about how we do than just, stroke, oh, you guys are the greatest. I'd rather hear like if we're fucking up, I want to know. And I love that we did. This was probably the most negative responses I've ever had to an episode.
just today, actually, I got a comment from this guy, and it was somewhat respectful, but it was a story I did weeks ago when Vinnie Vincent said very nice things about Ace Frehley after Ace
Yeah.
Frehley passed away. So I did a positive thing about Vinny on that one. But since
Yeah.
then, Vinny's been selling his CDs for 200, so I'm back to bashing him. Well, that guy didn't see those future episodes. So he left a comment on that episode saying, dude, what happened? You're going soft. You were always bashing Vinny, this and that. He goes, I don't mean to be a pickle whistler, but I just think it's odd, that you're changing like this. And my reply to him, and my reply goes to everybody that tells me how to act and shit. At first I said, look, thank you for not being rude about it. I respect your criticism, whatever. And then I said, but I also, I don't follow. I got to be myself. I don't follow other people's rules, so I can't be what you want me to be. And he also said in the comment, you must be friends with Vinny now. And I just wrote, I go, and I'm not friends with the scumbag box set bandit. and then I wrote peace and chicken grease. That's how I ended it. So when the guy hears it, it's like, yeah, I just called him a scumbag box set bandit. Come on. And go watch my last couple of Vinny videos. I'm fucking bashing the guy. I'm back to bashing him. But people, they see one thing, they think that's how I feel all the time. They don't. But that's how people are. People will give me constructive criticism, and I will listen. I'll give you an example. There's sometimes I do listen to people and do what they say.
No.
I always end my videos with, and like the video, it's good for the YouTube algorithms.
Yeah.
Some guy complained saying, please, can you stop screaming algorithms? Because it fucks my ears up. He wears the headphones at work, and it always fucks his ears up. Because when I yell agnorism, I also put that robot voice.
Yeah.
That's also loud.
I love that shit.
Well, I still do it, but I lowered it. You know what I mean? I lowered it. Because that's constructive criticism that, all right, if I'm doing something that I can easily change, it won't affect my videos, and it won't, fuck with your headphones, I do it. But when other people say you should do this or you should act this way, dude, that's not what I'm here for, bro. I think I got 35,000 subscribers for being myself. There's too many people out there that are so, oh, I don't want to say nothing bad because I want to interview Scott Ian, and shit like that. Oh, I gotta behave because I need to get. What the fuck are you gonna do if you interview Scott Ian? That's not going to take you anywhere. You can interview the Pope, Axl Rose. You'll still be a footnote. You know what I mean? So what I do is grassroots, and it's the same thing I do right here. I just fucking wing it. I'm being myself. I joke around a lot, and it's just me and Ian's doing the same shit.
Yeah.
We're just being ourselves, you know? And yeah, so there you go.
I had one, it was a message. The guy was like, would you stop being so nice to Freeform Podcast? They really fucking suck. And this was a guy, his handle was Jesus Christ.
Oh,
You know, but I listened. I listened. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to, I'm going to say how shitty Freeform Rock Podcast is.
you think Jesus did that because Mark is having sex out of wedlock?
Personally, you know, I think he's going to smite you.
All right, read some more comments. Let's get
All right. All right. Here we go. I'm going to the comments here. Meow Clan 1337 says, best part of the episode is it was Ian made fun of when Ian made Mark say he loves pussy more than Jesus. LOL.
I remember that, yeah, because Mark was so drunk he agreed, you know.
You know, and that's a funny thing. I do not remember that.
I remember that. See, toward the end of the episode, you both were blacked out drunk.
Yeah.
And just babbling, and it was incoherent. And I wanted it to end already. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I bet.
And luckily, last week you did not do pick of the week. You know? When you said, all right, I was like, yeah, let's end this shit. This shit's terrible.
Yeah.
I would hate to know what Mark's pick of the week was.
All right. Well, the next comment is from Mark.
Oh boy.
He says, sorry guys, I got totally wasted, but it looks like it's not hurting your numbers. Looks like the episode is doing really well. Yep, better than any episode of Freeform. All right, RMPC Mark says, great Van Halen episode, guys. I'm a little skeptical with Mark picking all fair warning songs over OU812. If it was Freeform, it would have been totally different. Kudos to Bushy for picking Van Hagar. RMCP Mark, is that Mark Daly?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fag. Buddy brings up a good point. I think Mark, it would have been a different tune if he was on his show. Then Mark says, I've always said that. And then somebody, I can't even read the guy's name. Yeah, he just put jack off. I like that. And then Mark put, why? Hello. And then Mark put,
that's Mark's way of, come on, more drama coming my way. Come on. Let me engage with this guy that called me a jagoff. I love drama. So somebody calls me a jagoff, I move on, you know.
So then Mark wrote again, why? Hello. And the guy responded, he goes, spoken like a true moron.
What are you gonna, Mark, what are you gonna accomplish telling a guy to explain himself after he calls you a jackoff? I mean, come on. It's common sense. Anybody comes up to me online and says, Ralph, you're a jackoff, I just keep scrolling, man. It's like, why would I want to? But Mark, you love drama, dude. No matter how much you want to deny it, you love this shit. That's why you got to reply to the guy, why am I a jackoff?
List the reasons.
I mean,
all right.
We talked about it last week that it's an army of people that Mark's had fights with, that's blocked them. I mean, an army. It's insane, man.
All right. Scribble says, Mark really
Scribble, right there, Scribble. That's a guy that's having a little beef with Mark now. You know, it's like it just goes down the line, man.
All right. Well, Scribble says Mark really said me and him are two alpha dogs, and that's why he splurged out of nothing. I don't know what that means. Also, as much as I love Bushy, It sure seemed like he used the phone as an excuse. LOL. A lot of people said that.
Yeah.
And then BS Session said, I said good things about you. Jeez.
There he is again. Oh, Scribble, let me start with him.
Yeah.
I love
Boy,
the drama.
you really burned him with the jeez. Edwin Canistracci said, fun episode. My favorite part was at the end. Yeah, all of us too. When you guys said you were just shooting the shit with drunk off his ass Mark. Legit LOLs.
Hey,
Dick Watkins.
did Mark start drama with Edwin for that comment?
I don't know.
I'm shocked.
Dick Twatkins says, Peter Criss, a shitty drummer. Come the fuck on, Wadzilla. From 73 to 75, Peter had a groove and a swing out the ass. Listen to those drums on Calling Dr. Love and Shock Me, Two-Timer, and Love Her All I Can, to name a few. In my opinion, he's right up there with Phil Rudd as the best swing drummers of their era. You can't deny the greatness of 70s Kiss. Oh, my God.
I gotta say something, Dick Twatkins. You know, Dick.
Okay.
What the fuck? Why the fuck are you trying to fucking tell this guy that Peter Criss? This is a guy that hates Cozy Powell. When it comes to drummers, do not listen to Ian. Whatever, it's his opinion. It's wrong when he says Peter Criss is a shitty drummer. You know, he says stuff like, well, last week he said, this is what he said. If Peter Criss is a good drummer, then why didn't anybody hire him after Kiss? And we're trying to explain to Ian because he sucked at that time. He didn't suck in the early days. I mean, he did to you, but Cozy Powell sucks to you. So whatever. Hey, Dick, don't try to educate this fool. It's not even worth it.
Well, first of all, I don't think Cozy Powell sucks. I think he's overrated.
Thank you.
You didn't let me finish Mark's statement because it gets even worse. He's saying that both Phil Rudd and Peter Criss, they both kick both eras of Van Halen's ass. So I'm saying you think Peter Criss and Phil Rudd are both better than Alex Van Halen. So that just tells me you're fucking retarded.
No, look, no, man. It's his opinion. I think Alex Van Halen is better than Peter Criss and Phil Rudd. I will say that. But that's his opinion.
I know.
I know. Because it's different than mine, you must be retarded. Come on, dude. Get off your high horse.
No, but what I'm saying, and I give Phil Rudd, but I mean, I'm sorry, in my opinion, if you even compare Phil Rudd and Peter Criss, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's like considering, that's like putting Ricky Rocket and Cozy Powell together. All right.
Well, for you, Ricky Rocket and Cozy Powell would be a good competition because you have as much respect.
No. There's no way I would ever compare Cozy Powell to Ricky Rocket. I'm just saying I feel overall Cozy Powell is overrated. But he's much better than fucking Ricky Rocket. Come on.
I understand. That's why I can't. When you talk about Peter Criss as a drummer, I'm like, that's your opinion, dude. But we obviously have differences. And you think the guy from Tool and Smashing Pumpkins are amazing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'd rather hear Peter Criss on Kiss Alive than the Smashing Pumpkins drummer or Tool's drummer. I don't give a fuck about those drummers. I like drummers that speak to me. It doesn't have to be picture perfect, which I'll talk about it later when we talk about Ride the Lightning from Megadeth.
Okay. All right. And okay. Not even going to argue.
Technical shit don't mean squat. It's the feeling. Right. It's what hits your soul is what means the most.
All right. Edwin Canistracci says again, another post says, love that Rock All Over You podcast was used as evidence against Bushy. So Edwin Canistracci got it.
But Edwin, who's always watching. In your face, bro. You're one that believed Bushy. You said you believed him. I remember it was him and Mark. They both told me, and there he is. I threw out that question thinking, I even thought, I wonder if Bushy remembers saying what he said, because I don't think he did, because I know he's lying. And sure enough, I was right. I proved
That
it.
was that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All of a sudden, I hate the song. 2 years later.
Hey. But I will say though, and all gotta admit, we all do change opinions. You've changed your
Come
opinion on
on.
shit.
Come on.
I'm not defending Bushy, but I'm saying I've changed my opinion on shit.
You've done it too.
changed your opinion.
You've done it more than Bushy. You've done it
Well,
like,
I-
dude. You know what I do every day?
What's that?
I walk and listen to our old episodes. The shit you would say back then, you would never say today. And I got to start jotting down because I have a bad memory. I got to start jotting down things that you've said in past episodes that I was like, oh, what the fuck, really? As much as he talks about this band now, look what he's saying here. You changed your mind like a motherfucker. You're a total different person from several years ago.
And I'm okay with that. I'll still say D sucks, like off of a fucking Blizzard Vase. Not a fan.
And there ain't a goddamn thing I say on those past episodes that I still think the same way. Ain't a goddamn thing.
Right, but you used to think fucking Killers was the best fucking Maiden, and now you think it's Iron Maiden's first one.
Yeah,
so,
but that's different than saying I used to like it, but now I don't. I still love Killers.
Right. But I mean, everybody changes shit.
Not everybody. I don't, man. I don't.
Okay.
I really don't. Neither does AC/DC or Motorhead.
All right. Cole. I don't know. This guy's got too long a fucking name, but he says at 3780. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for the comment, reading the comments. I really enjoy that and sending love towards the listeners. This was a hilarious episode. I give it a thumbs up. So, hey, at least you enjoyed it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Heavy Metal Farmer. Ralph and Ian, thank you for the episode supporting the Down syndrome and AIDS communities. Hey, that's only me. Ralph stays out of that shit.
No, but it was me that said that I wanted to do a tribute to Freeform called Down with the Syndrome. The Down with the Syndrome podcast.
Brian Davis says a potential fun future episode, possibly 400, would be to have Ralph and Ian try to guess Bushy's favorite album from a list of 20 bands that all three like. My guess is worst albums from these bands would be high on Bushy's list more often than not. Great episode, guys. David Maltula says, Source of the Infection is a great song? ? For a comment like that, I would have to say that Bushy is a great source of the infection. Corey Robertson says, I smashed the like button for you, Ian. I usually listen to the podcast for the tunes, but I decided to check out the YouTube during my lunch break. To Ralph, congratulations on 19 years. You're now legal in Canada. Much love. Corey from New Brunswick, Canada.
Thank you so much. Actually, my Eternal Idols channel is 20 years, but I abandoned that channel. But I started.
And that's how I met you. All right. Furious BTB says, amazing show, funny as fuck. Is it better that you're all on screen? It is better when you're all on screen at the same time as you can see the reactions simultaneously.
Yeah, I left him a comment. Dude, that's another thing that happened last week was when I finally got the video back, it wouldn't give the split screen, so it's out of my control. And I hope this week it's not the same thing. I'm hoping that when I turn it off, it'll download like it normally. It didn't do it last week, So let's hope.
Greg Cormel says, Bushy on Foster's legend. And then Dick Twatkins put, Legends don't tap out when the heat gets too hot in the kitchen. I like that. Greg Wenson says, great episode. Mark Baldwin failure is always entertaining, but Bushy is so annoying. Long live RMCP.
Oh my
Jean
God.
Paul. Jean Paul Boudin says, entertaining shit show. This was. Figure that Vangina fans on this track by track we're going to break down. Don't get it twisted. Let's cut the fucking deck. I'm still RMCP fan through and through. After OU812, I never bought another Van Halen album with the exception of a cassette bootleg of the Gene Simmons era Zero demos I found at a record convention. How can anyone like Van Hagar's stuff is beyond me. On the other hand, real Van Halen that was around until 1984 will always hold a special happy memories, aged very well, and is good size influence on the way I would try to play guitar.
I don't understand how that guy and you, both you guys, bought Vangina albums. For the life of me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. It's like, dude,
yeah.
I was there
All
since '78. I'm a fucking fan.
All right, let me pee, and I'll come back and I'll tell you exactly how, and I'll put you in your place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's gonna put me in my place because he bought Vangina albums. How is that even possible? You know, it makes no sense. How do you guys listen to what you now consider to be horrible? Because that's what Ian thinks. They're all horrible songs now. But back then, it was good enough not for him to only buy 5150. He bought OU812 and the Fuck album, and it wasn't until the live album he finally woke up. Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is that attitude? That's why what I was saying earlier. You know how his mind changes so much from past episodes that I listened to. You know, and look at a young age. And he's also admitted, oh, I didn't listen to these albums because they weren't on major labels. You know, now he'll listen to albums that aren't on major labels. You know what I'm saying? It's this flip-flop, and Ian's not alone. A lot of you fucks are that way, man. I don't get it. I don't get it myself, but I can't wait to hear his excuse.
All right, here we go. Put you in your place time. Put you in your place time.
I can't wait for this.
All right, so you're saying you can't understand why we bought these albums.
Yeah.
I was a young fan. I was in fucking junior high when this shit came out. And I loved Van Halen so much, I kept trying to give it a try to see if, like, okay, maybe this will, maybe I just need to give it a chance. You went and saw Van Hagar live twice.
Yes.
I never saw Van Hagar twice. I wouldn't go see him once. When I did have the chance, even when I bought the album, I bought Fuck.
You bought all of them. You bought every Vangina album.
No, I didn't.
Except for Balance, but you got everyone before that.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, there you go.
But I chose not to go see him. When I had a chance to go see Van Hagar live on the Fuck tour, I didn't go. But I saw Dave.
Dude, that means nothing. You got to understand. I wasn't going to go see Vangina the first time. I got offered a free ticket. BTO was opening. So I went for BTO and Eruption. Then
you said you wanted to hear Eruption.
I'm not done. Then the second time I saw him, I never seen Metallica before. Of course I'm gonna go. I didn't go for Vangina. And I look, and I wasn't like the Sammy Hagar hating person that I am now back then. I didn't hate Sammy Hagar back then. But what I heard from Vangina, when I heard Why Can't This Be Love, that alone, I was like, I ain't getting this record. Then the next album, When It's Love, oh, fuck this. Then Pound Cake, I was like, come on. No. But you kept fucking listening to it. But here's my point, what I was bringing up earlier, how years ago, you were different. Oh, all these things you say years ago, you don't feel the same way now. And that's how you are with Vangina, because now you talk about Vangina like all their songs suck. But back then, You still bought the fucking records, and now you say it sucks because you changed your mind. You must have liked it. At least fooled yourself to like those Vangina albums if you keep buying them over and over. Come on, give me a break.
No, I didn't. I bought them because I thought like, okay, maybe now I'll get into it. Maybe now I'll get into it. And I didn't. And that's why I stopped. And I told you about when I listen to that live album, I'm like, this is fucking unlistenable. I'm done. I'm done giving it a fucking chance.
That makes no sense to me because all right.
Oh, well, you never bought albums by bands that you like that put out shitty albums.
Yes, I have, but not over and over again. All right, here's my point.
Metallica?
No, I didn't buy their fucking albums over and over again. I stopped buying their records.
Right. Well, back then there was no downloading. Okay, you had to give it a chance. You had to try it, and I tried it, and I didn't like it. And then it got to a point where I said, "Fuck it." And also,
all right, but this is what doesn't make sense to me. Okay. You keep giving their albums a chance, and you kept not liking it. Then why did you buy the live album? Those are all songs that you already heard. Why did you buy the live album?
Because I would buy whatever when it came out. Dude, I bought fucking Every Mother's Nightmare, for Christ's sake. You know, I got there was no downloading back then. It was like if you wanted to hear it, you had to buy it.
What was the name of that song again? Every Mother's Nightmare?
Love can make you blind. Still love it. Still love it.
I still haven't heard it. I gotta listen to that song.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But no, but again, look at my fucking age. Look at the shit you listen to.
Yeah, but there's a big don't you understand the difference though, Ian? I am kind of like a guy that's stuck on whatever the fuck I like, where you're the kind of guy that moves on. You fucking hate Kiss. You know, but that was your end all be all. You were a bona fide Kiss twat as a kid. Because you even admitted if it was Kiss, it's awesome. You didn't.
Oh yeah.
You even liked The Elder when it came out. Yeah, and then all of a sudden you fuck. I'm not like that, dude. Whenever I love something, it's forever. It's forever.
Yeah, sounds like some Hot in the Shade shit.
I never liked Hot in the Shade. Now I'm not saying I'm better than I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm just saying my generation wasn't that way. It's more your generation was fickle, and you were raised in an era where if they didn't dress up in the Asylum costumes, they weren't rock stars.
No, I agree with that. When I was a fucking kid, but I'm not a fucking kid anymore. So that's why I don't listen to it now, because you know what? It doesn't make me fucking happy. It doesn't fucking tickle my pickle. It does. So why fucking act like it does out of some fucking sense of loyalty? Like, I got to be the biggest fucking Kiss fan now, and I got to say this Kiss shit. Yeah, I did it when I was a fucking kid. I did a lot of shit when I was a kid. I used to get fucking soap in my fucking piss hole when I took a shower, and it would burn. For some reason, when I got older, it didn't happen.
Well, and I got soap in my piss hole too. That had nothing to do with music. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, you should get better. You shouldn't get worse. You should get better.
I'm not getting worse. I'm just sticking to what I loved, and I don't think that shit sucks now. Whatever I did in the past, I still love. I still love it, with the exception of Dr. Dolittle. That's the only thing. I'll admit that. I bought Dr. Dolittle when I was like 5 years old. And I heard it later on. It was like, what the fuck was wrong with me? But I was 5 years old. I haven't even put fucking soap in my piss hole yet.
Right. But I don't know. It seems like you make excuses for you, but not for anybody else.
But no, everybody. I'm just saying, dude. I'm loyal, and it's not because I grew out of it. No, I just why like you said. Oh, why am I gonna lie if I'm gonna pretend if I don't like it, I'm pretending like. Well, why am I gonna lie if I still love it?
But we're fucking 10 years apart. The shit I did back then, I'm sure there's shit you listened to back when you were a kid that you don't listen to now. You don't get the same thing about it. I'm just being fucking honest about it.
No, everything I liked as a kid, I still listen to.
Okay. All right. You are a great human being.
No, sir. Man, all of us are that. ELO, I still listen to that shit. Kansas. I just saw Kansas last week.
Yeah. You know what? I still like ELO. I listened to Kansas when I was younger, and now I listen to them like, oh, this is some faggoty shit. I don't know. What is it? Why do I still love ELO, but I don't like Kansas?
I don't
It's just
know.
who I am.
I don't know, but
It's what I like, you know?
there's exceptions to everything, dude.
Well, then there you go. All right. Where are we at
Hey,
the
I'm
next
not
one?
bashing you. I'm just showing you an example, dude, of
Yeah,
what
no,
I've
no,
been hearing
that's
lately.
fine. But I'm just saying you do the same thing. Why is it? Why am I retarded when I do it and you're super
I
cool?
never said you were retarded. I'm giving you an
Okay.
example that your generation
All right.
hates on shit you loved and my generation didn't. I'm not alone, dude. Like Ruben De La Rosa and people like that, none of them say, "Oh, I used to like that," but it's like when people bash on people that say, "Well, I used to like Slayer, now I don't," and people bash on people like that. You know, would you bash on somebody that said, "Well, I used to like Slayer and now I don't"? Would you bash on somebody like that, Ian?
Well, if it's Slayer.
The
Hey,
irony.
kiss her fags.
No, because
Uh,
they made, and so is Rob Halford and Freddie Mercury.
well, Rob Halford can sing.
Hey, can I do an impression of Freddie Mercury if he wasn't gay?
No, then it
Oh,
wouldn't be Freddie Mercury.
come on, come on.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
What would he say?
This is Freddie Mercury if he wasn't gay. Ready? Ah, I love 2026.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I get that. That's a funny joke.
like
I
that
like
one,
that.
huh? Yeah.
All right. Where the fuck were we? Let's see. Oh, you read that one. Zoo Station says, Jesus Christ, Mark is so fucking drunk. I can't understand him. He's slurring his words. He's unlistenable. Boot him off. All right. Scoop Mid says, so what I gather, do not listen to Van Hagar if you want to keep your hairline intact.
All right,
Uh,
all right. No, keep going, keep going. Wait.
and
Read that again because you distracted me by mentioning his name. What did he start
okay.
the comment with? Say that
He
again.
said, so from what I've gathered, do not listen to Van Hagar if you want to keep your hairline intact. And then Zachary 898 says, oh, damn, you watch this? So you just released a huge Kiss retrospective. And then Scoop Mid says, been listening to these guys since damn near the beginning. And
All
then
right, all right. I got
Zandig
okay.
wrote
And
a bunch of smiley face. I don't know. You know something I don't?
yeah, Scoop Mids is our buddy James Gilman.
Right. I know who he is.
Well, he's been on fire lately with these retro. Dude, he did this thing on Van Halen, right? This whole retrospective of Van Halen. And toward the end, it was only Dave, right? Because he's not a Sammy fan. But toward the
Right.
end, he went into Sammy Hagar, and what he did in like 2 minutes is what you and I took hours to explain. This guy's a fucking genius. You got to see this guy bash on Sammy Hagar. He brings up every point legitimate, and he does it in 2, 3 minutes. It took you and me like hours and hours to do it. This guy's good. And the Kiss retrospective, he went into the whole shit out. You know how all the members are scumbags and brings up, certain things. Dude, the guy is brilliant. His fucking YouTube videos are the shit. I highly recommend Scoop Mids. That guy
Right.
knows shit. He's awesome.
Well, you used to be against Scoop Mids because he molested some children, but your generation changes their opinion. That's all I'm going to say.
That's not true, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no idea.
I'm not against anybody that molests kids.
See, you're consistent, and I like that.
Yeah. I've always
Modern-
been that way. And even when I was a kid, when they were diddling me, I was like, ain't nothing wrong with this. Ain't nothing wrong.
Ain't your fault.
Yeah, right?
All right. Modern Day Warrior 2112 says Mark took his own advice and must have taken a shot every time his free form was mentioned. He's obliterated. And then Modern Day also wrote, Bushy found Jesus. Of course he doesn't like dirty movies anymore. Let's see. Zoo Station says, why do you think Van Halen was never bigger in Europe? They never toured there that much. And when they played with Bon Phony, they opened for him. Van Halen only toured America for the last 40 years. My answer to that would be is Van Halen is very American.
Yeah.
I mean, they are American as it gets, and that's why, in my opinion, they are the greatest American band of all time, hands down. Europe. I don't know. Europe likes. I mean, I can't bash on Europe because that's where fucking heavy metal came from. But at the same time, you guys like that fucking nerd metal shit, that fucking power metal faggot fucking crap. Van Halen is American as it gets.
Yeah, it's an American thing.
Yeah.
I do remember a song I used to like and I fucking hate now. I do
What's
remember.
that?
And it was Scribbled. I brought it to my attention because I totally forgot. When you and I did we went on Decibel Geek talking about guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
And I can't believe I said this shit. I said on that episode, I love the song. Oh, I forgot the name of it. The Kid
Rock.
Is
it Linkin Park?
No, I still like that. The Kid Rock song, the ballad. I forgot the name of it. And Scribble brought it up, and I was like, right when he brought it up, I go, yeah, I do like that. So I went and listened to it, and I was like, what the fuck? Because not only is it a terrible ballad, but Kid Rock uses that voice shit that Cher used in Do You Believe in Love? Oh my God, it's god awful. So there you go, Ian. There was a song I actually liked, but now I can't. But hey, I was like 70 years old when I liked it, It wasn't when I was a little kid,
I forgive you. All right.
You don't have to forgive me. I don't have to forgive you for hating on Kiss. I don't care. It's all right, dude. You live your life how you want,
All right. Now we go to regular news. John Corabi explains Krabby nickname is not what you think. It's not because he's a crabby person. It's because he got crabs by being in Motley Crue. Totally get that. Zoltan Bathory says Five Finger Death Punch has about 25-ish songs in the works for their 10th studio album. I hope it's an EP. That's some horrible shit.
Why does that have to even come up?
But I'm just so like, who in the fuck listens to these fucks?
What's next? What's next? A Bullet Boys comment?
No, Nikki Sixx. Nikki Sixx, this motherfucker, he's got some balls. He says he's proud to be part of Motley Crue. Thinks his bandmates and decades of loud and dangerous, honest music. When you hear Motley Crue, do you think dangerous and honest music?
I did on the first two albums.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's dangerous and honest?
Of course. Big time. Okay. They were very dangerous back then.
All right. Merry-go round and round. That's some honest shit right there. All right. Here's another piece of shit.
Dude, Vince Neil fucking was in a drunk driving. Come on, those guys lived on the edge.
Hey. The greatest thing Vince Neil ever did was put an end to Hanoi Rocks. I'll give him that.
I like one of their albums a lot.
Yeah, they suck. I'm glad their drummer's dead. I'm a bad person.
I'm glad I got that album because I like it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I bought their album when I was a kid, and I even knew then it sucked.
Oh, so there you go. At least I'll give you that. Kudos. Kudos for finally not liking something. You know, when you first heard it.
And you know why I bought it? Because Axl Rose said they were cool. and he re-released it on his Uzi Suicide label out, his label and shit. And I was like, oh, if Axl Rose likes it, it must be awesome. And then I bought it. I was like, this shit sucks.
And what do you think of Axl Rose today, Ian?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Thank you.
All right. Dave Ellefson on early thrash metal bands. There was this off the chain freedom to the spirit of the music. I agree that thrash used to be dangerous, and now it's just fucking. Ugh.
What do you mean? Thrash is still thrash. It's no different.
No, I love thrash, but what I'm thinking about when I read that, I'm thinking about like the thrash bands that I grew up and love. When they release albums now, it's like it's so rare that I love it and I feel that spirit. And the ones that I do were the bands that are not in the big four, the ones that didn't make the money. The ones who made the money, the new shit all sucks. The ones who are like still struggling out in clubs are still putting out thrash music.
And they're good. I dig it. I don't care. It is a different, landscape socially, and we live in a different world where thrash doesn't have the same excitement it did back in the 80s. That's true. But also, we're all long in the tooth. It's time for us all to wake up and realize, bro, we're old. Our shit has passed. Just grasp on what's going on today and enjoy it if it's good. If it's not good, don't enjoy it. Everybody looks too much into it. It's like the people that keep running around saying, rock ain't dead. Rock ain't dead. It's like, you're fooling yourself. Where the fuck is rock on the charts? It's dead.
Rock is dead as fuck.
It's been dead for fucking I don't know how long, And people still, oh, rock. You're living a fucking... And then these are the same people, Mark Allen Taylor, that get pissed off when their bands don't get in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Because you want the acceptance of masses. I want good music. I don't care if the masses like it or not. I really don't care. Just give me good music. You know what I got, Ian? This shit's amazing. This is amazing. Even though it's old. But look what I got. Something that Sharon Osbourne is trying to stop.
Oh, yeah, I got that too. I saw you were trying to share that. I thought you already had it, or I would have sent it to you.
No, my friend Jay, man, sent it to me. This you can't get. So
yeah, no, I got that shit like 5 months ago.
This right here, it's called Loudworks. It's like a bootleg company, but dude, there's no way the version that Sharon is trying to stop sounds better than this. This sounds fucking amazing. And it's just so amazing to hear Black Sabbath in that era, man. It's fucking
bad. Do you want I don't know if you got when I sent it to you. I sent you the Beatles, like all 4 of the anthologies now. Did you get that when I sent it to you?
No, but I bought the 4th one and I already owned
well, I just sent you, I know you got it on vinyl, but I sent you or no, I don't know if I sent you, but I could send it to you, the Thin Lizzy, the second, like the box set that's like Fighting and the other album. Do you want that or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well, I'll send it to you tonight. But, all right. Let's see what else. John Sykes, he's dead. Posthumous EP to be released via Golden Robot Records.
Man, there was a song that John Sykes released like maybe 4 years ago because it's odd. He died in January of last year. But I remember right in the beginning of the year, maybe 2-3 years ago, he released a song that was so fucking amazing. He released one before that I thought was whatever. But he released a really good song. And I really hope that's part of that EP. I love John. I'm a big John Sykes fan, so I
love John Sykes, man. But it's like, talk about your own worst fucking enemy, man. He should have just done some shit instead of, I don't know.
Whatever, he's dead. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I want new John Sykes music, and I don't give a rat's ass how he lived his life. Give me new music.
All
Oh,
right.
he lived his life like that, so fuck his EP.
No, no, but what I'm saying, what a waste. What a waste. Look at all the years he wasted when he could have been putting some shit out. But
Well,
he always backed out. But no, I mean, if
he
he
was
puts out some
fighting. He
shit,
was also fighting cancer, Ian. Give the guy a break.
nah, fuck him. Fuck him. Dave Mustaine, next memoir in my darkest hour to detail his cancer battle. Uh, yeah, that's great. I hope like people who have cancer read it and they put out better records than Dave Mustaine. That's my opinion. Jason Momoa says he was terrified to host Ozzy Osbourne's final concert. It was unbelievable. He talks about in the interview where he was calling out to bigger bands like Metallica and Anthrax. Hey, can you get me and my kids on the list? I want to be there. And then it turned into where he got the phone call to host the event. I thought he did a great job, man. I love Jason Momoa. He loves fucking metal. He loves other shit. I thought he did a good job, Would I love like more of a metal person to do this shit? Yeah. But at the same time, I love his fandom, I love that he's always been in this music. He's never made any bones about it.
Whatever. If you saw Jason like I saw him, you wouldn't be saying that shit.
Oh, yeah?
I saw Jason Momoa live at Gramps on there in Wynwood, Miami. It wasn't metal. It wasn't
You saw him
metal
with
at
who?
all. I
You saw
saw
him with
that.
who?
No, that guy, Jason Momoa, the fucking Aquaman. It wasn't metal. He wasn't playing metal.
Ah.
You know?
Well, here's some good news for you. M. Sean Cran on the songwriting process for Slipknot's next album. Everybody's looking forward to getting back at it. Are you excited about the new Slipknot album?
Who, me? Of course.
No, I thought you'd be, because somebody's going to pay for you to fucking review that shit.
Oh,
So
yeah, I am excited, yeah.
All right. Creator released a music video for the title track of Crushers of the World. Did you watch it?
No, they're coming. I'm going to go see them soon.
I watched it. I watched it right before we did this. Not bad. Not bad, but not, there's some creator shit I like more than this. But I'd like to listen to the whole album. It's not a bad track, but it ain't setting the world on fire, in my opinion. Let's see here. Going to be a new Billy Idol documentary. I'll watch that. I like some Billy Idol. I can't remember. Do you like Billy Idol or you hate Billy Idol? I can't remember.
Yeah, I never liked. The only thing I ever liked from that guy was White Wedding. That's the only song I like from him. But I watch Milli Vanilli fucking documentaries. I love documentaries.
I'm with you there.
I saw a Milli Vanilli documentary, I think, on HBO. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I heard it was good though.
It was awesome. I saw Bee Gees one. Great.
Yeah, the Bee Gees one was great. That was a real good documentary. But I like the Bee Gees, so.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, I want to talk about this real quick, and then I want to take a piss again. But it's to me another like what the fuck. But Massacre is going to release an album of re-recorded songs from the Beyond and Inhuman EP. What do you think about these bands re-recording shit? And I'll be right back.
I never liked it. Every one of them I've heard, I've never liked, except one that Ian hates is who likes to call Cult Classics. I love that one. But Exodus, Bonded by Blood sucked. What other ones are there? There's many. The Manowar ones are really bad. What else? I know there's a few other ones I've heard that suck. I don't think anyone's worse than Roger Waters' Dark Side of the Moon. that has to take the cake on the worst of all the re-recordings. But yeah, and then there's that Kiss album that came with Sonic Boom of all the re-recording. It all sucks. It all sucks. Striper did one that it's not really bad, but at the same time, it's no different than the original. It's kind of like a waste of time, but I understand why all these bands re-record their songs. They do it to make money off it because they're old deals. They don't make money off their old recordings. So that if they re-record it, they can make money off that. So that's why Striper redid. And that's Twisted Sister's Still Hungry. That shit fucking sucked hard. But yeah,
All right.
I'm just telling the people how bands that re-record shit suck.
Right. No, but I heard you say as I was getting ready to go that there's one that I don't like that you like, and I'm curious to what that is.
The Boys to Call Cult Classics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like it, but
I love
hey,
that
I
one.
mean, okay. If
That's
you
like
like
the
it.
only one I like. The only one.
Yeah. Well, I think my thing is like every time you see this shit, this re-recording, um, there's an underlying theme. You know, it's like, hey, I'm not getting paid, and now I'm going to re-record it, and now I'm going to get paid from it. I'm going to get more money.
That's what I
Uh,
just said. I just said that.
okay. Okay. Well, I missed that. I was going pee
Yeah,
pee.
because people, their old contracts, they make no money off their old recordings. So if they re-record it, they can make money off it.
Yeah, but it's never as good. I mean, you like the cult classics? That's great. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, all the ones that I can think of, I didn't really care for. In fact, the one I did like, and you really hated it, um, was the Exodus one.
Yeah, that just sucks.
Yeah, no, I liked it, but I don't think it's better than the original, but I did like it. Um, but
Horrible.
it's far from the original. Like if you're which one am I going to listen to? Of course, it would be the original. But I would say that's one like I could listen to both, you know, but I still know where it came from. I mean, I know the reasoning behind it. It's all money motivated. It's all this shit, you know. Um, and I did kind of respect when Cheap Trick did the one, you know, the one with the fucking grunge producer and
Oh,
shit.
that shit sucked.
No, but that's one I was really excited for. But I mean, you put it up against the original, it's like, nah, didn't work.
I'm glad it never got released. Fucking garbage.
Yeah.
I hate Steve Albini. I mean, rest in peace and all, but that I hate him more than Fairburn.
Ooh, that's rough.
It's just let's be alternative. What he did on the what was
God
the
damn,
last?
worse than Bruce Fairburn.
Yeah,
That's rough.
yeah. What's the last Nirvana album?
In Utero, I mean the studio one.
Sucks. I hated that fucking
Oh,
album.
I love that album.
Whoever
Love
produced Nevermind got it right.
it. Yeah. All right. Well, Jeff Pilson on Dawkins' 2016 reunion. We weren't very good musically, but at least we got along. Um, yeah, there's been a lot of articles about this lately, and a lot of like different interviews and discussion where Don was the one putting his foot down. They had this offer on the table, and he said like I will not tour the states, with the original lineup, but I'll do Japan. But I love that Don's saying like he's the main reason it sucked, because of his voice and shit at the time. It's about one of the only times you hear Don Dokken taking responsibility. So
So
I like that.
it makes you think that maybe he's been honest all this time. You never know.
No. I don't think. Well, here's one thing. Like the more I read interviews and the more I see shit about Dokken, I've come to the conclusion that the two most full of shit people on this planet are Don Dokken and George Lynch. I think they're both horrible people. you know, and what they say and what they do and how they change their minds and everything.
But
Uh,
let me ask you this because I could be wrong.
okay.
I just recently heard an interview with the bass player of Lynch Mob
Right.
talking about George Lynch as his worst enemy, and other
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah. That was on the Heavy Metal Guru.
Yeah, and other people has talked bad about George Lynch. Who the hell's talked bad about Don Dokken? I could be wrong, but who has?
No, I think Don Dokken. I mean, if you read his interviews, I just think he comes off as like the most pompous, fucking full of shit, you know. And like when he talks about Dokken and like what's better and what's worse. I mean, it's just to me, it's so like get the fuck out of here, you know. Like he's talking about like he says the best Dokken album of all time is Dysfunctional. Do you agree with that?
No, but that's his opinion, man. What the
No,
fuck?
no, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's his opinion, but what I'm saying and how like okay, let's look at when you look at this, you look at the lineups of bands and you look up at this thing like who's the hardest fuckers to work with and who's the problem when you really look at it, you know? It's like, you know, do you think Steven Adler's the biggest problem in Guns N' Roses or do you think it's Axl Rose? You know, come on.
Well, Steven Adler couldn't drum anymore. He was all fucked up on heroin, and Axl Rose could still perform. So they had no
Yeah,
choice
yeah.
there.
Look at Chinese Democracy, and you can tell
And
me
look,
he's like
and
he's good
look
without him.
and look at Guns N' Roses playing stadiums. Who cares? Who cares? It didn't seem to hurt them, did it?
I'm talking about output. I'm not talking about like nerds. Any fucking all these people. Hey, more people bought 5150 than fucking Fair Warning. Does that make it a better album?
No, no,
Exactly.
but my here's my point though. My point is that you're setting it up like, oh, what a failure. It's like it's not really a failure, you know? And 5150 wasn't a failure. It sold more than Fair Warning. Therefore, it was a success. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you can pinpoint all this bullshit about Vangina and all that shit, but the fact of the matter is it had its audience. It had. I don't think it has it anymore, actually. Because that shit is dated as fuck. It's aged like milk. You know, only Bushy and Mark listen to that shit. And Mark Daly. That's about it.
People must have changed their minds.
Like you.
All right. Stephen Piercy says he would like to have Judas Priest's Last Rose of Summer played at his funeral.
I think that's cool as fuck. You said that.
What a good pick.
It's a great pick.
I haven't watched the whole fucking interview because Corrigan fucking gets on my fucking nerves more than you.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean more than you get on my nerves. I mean, I'm just saying Billy Corrigan pisses you off more than he pisses me off. But man, this interview that he's done on Billy Corgan has gotten a lot of traction. I see a lot of news stories about this. But that Stephen Piercy would pick this, though, I think is awesome. And I love that he said that, you know, Crosby was the one who turned him on to it, you know, turned him on to Priest and stuff like that. Fuck, I just love because I think Last Rose of Summer is a fucking amazing song, you know. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love that song.
All right. This is a funny story. Legendary, boy, we're throwing this around. 70s rock band Angel is going to embark on their farewell tour. I laugh at shit like this. First of all, they're not legendary.
No.
They're a side note. Second of all, it's two guys. And, you know, this is really like they're gonna die. So come out and see us now and spend your money. You know.
I dig me some Angel, but yeah, as far as like when the masses go, they're far from legendary. I mean, they're not coming to Florida. I guarantee you that because there's no need for it. Nobody. I would go, and 5 other people would go in South Florida, but they ain't gonna come down.
Right.
to play the
Right.
shit.
Well, the problem is there's no Jews in fucking in Angel because that's where Jews go to die is Florida. You know, I saw that online. But yeah, Angel. Hey, we saw him live. Wasn't that bad? Wasn't
Yeah,
that great?
yeah. No, it was good. We saw that the Frank and I got a picture with them. Punky Meadows, who looks freaky, man.
Yeah.
That plastic surgeon wasn't kind.
Yeah. You get what you pay for, you know.
Yeah,
Uh
Angel ain't got that money for a good plastic surgeon.
hey, there's gonna be a new Judas Priest documentary done by Sam Dunn. I'm excited about that.
I love it. I just saw that the other day. I was like, ooh. And it's called The Ballad of Judas Priest. That's a great title because
I
of
like that.
the Bob Dylan song.
Right, right, right. The Ballad of Judas Priest and Frankie Lee. I think that's awesome, man. I can't wait to watch that. Sam Dunn gets a lot of shit, but I think he's done some great documentaries. I
Yeah,
mean, those.
except that Alice Cooper one was kind of lame.
Yeah, yeah. That was lame, but I'm wondering. You know, did Alice tie his hands on that? I don't
Well, you
know.
know what? You know what? The Rush one, Beyond the Light of Stage, is cool and all, but Rush released one called Time Stands Still that blows it out of the water.
Yeah.
Blows it out of the water. It's the best Rush documentary, if you ask me. But you know, I did what I liked from Sam Dunn is the metal, those metal episodes.
Oh yeah, that shit was
Those
awesome.
those were really great, and the Triumph one was really good. He's done some good.
I did like the Triumph one. I thought was very well done.
Speaking of Triumph,
Yeah.
there's a possible. You know, they're playing Tampa. Al Horta,
Right.
I think, is getting me free tickets.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah, he said check my email. I keep checking, it's not there, and then he told
All
me
right.
the
All right.
email
Well,
the person.
I mean, I think you should go. You
Of
know.
course I'll go if I get free tickets. I already told my brother, and we're gonna go up there and rent a hotel for 3 days because it's on Memorial Day. And I ain't driving
Uh,
back on Memorial Day because I made that mistake with Wasp, and it took me over 13 hours to get home.
no, I think I hope it'll be a man. Anybody who goes that Triumph, and I'm not the world's biggest Triumph fan, but the songs that I love. And I hope it sounds good. I really do, and especially like for the
It's gonna,
Triumph fans, because there's a lot of Triumph fans out there, and I hope it gives you what you guys want.
it's
You know,
going to give us what we want. There's no way that shit ain't gonna rule. It's not Triumph, but it's gonna
right? No,
rule.
right, right. No, but hey, anybody who goes, I hope you enjoy it, man. If
They
it
got
came
they
around
got
here
they
and I
got a
had free
bunch,
tickets, I'd go in a heartbeat.
they
You know,
got they got they got musicians up there playing with them, which means they wouldn't do that if it's not to deliver the fullest musical quality there is.
yeah, I know it's still kind of like, but hey, man, I don't like as much Triumph as you, but the Triumph that I like, I I should say I love. So like man, if I could hear fucking Fight the Good Fight live and like sound good and hear like vocals that sound, you know, like I want to hear, fucking A right, man. So I hope you like it. Peter Chris fired back at Gene Simmons over the Beth comments, says statements are ridiculous and uncalled for. Um, where do you stand on this? I can't remember if we talked about this on the last one. Do you believe that Peter had like a real hand in writing this song, or do you think he was just a lucky fucker?
I don't know. I wasn't there, Ian, but you weren't there either. But you know,
Yeah. No, you know, but what do you think though? What do you?
I don't. I don't.
I'm asking your
All
opinion.
right, all right. I tend to believe Peter Chris over Gene Simmons. So if you ask me which one of the two I believe, I would say Peter Chris. After Gene Simmons says that drums aren't an instrument, give me a fucking break. And he says it by definition. It's
Right, right.
ridiculous. Okay, maybe it's not called an instrument by definition, but drums, without a drummer, your songs suck. Period.
No, I get, no, I understand that, and I get that, like, you know, what he was saying about, like, as far as calling songwriting credits. The one that really leads credence to me to believe this shit, though, is the Stan Pendridge comments, who is the co-songwriter. Um, you know, that, no, he didn't have anything to do with it. I think Peter Criss has an amazing voice, had an amazing voice. But when you got not only Gene, but the other guy who's given co-writing credit and said, yeah, Peter had nothing to do with this shit. And I hate to say it, but fucking Paul Stanley made a good comment. He's like, okay, well, if you wrote one good song, where's your other fucking good song? You know, come up with another one.
Yeah. Well, his song was a big hit, bigger than any hit you had, Paul.
Boy, you sound like Peter Criss there.
No, I'm just, that's the reason that Paul brings that up. That's the reason Gene brings it up, because they're jealous. There's no reason to bring shit like that up. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. They're just being douchey, and it shows through their jealousy. Now, I didn't know that Stan Pendridge came out and said Peter Criss had nothing to do with it. If that's the case, then I believe Gene. All right? I will believe it. If he comes out and says, I wrote it all right. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. He fucking didn't write it. So what? So what? It's still the biggest hit Kiss ever fucking had, and they can't deal with that shit. That's why Gene Simmons is running around saying, my solo album sold the most, because he's jealous of New York Groove. Period. End of story.
Another shitty song. All right. Let's see. What else? Anything else? Have you heard the new Black Label song, Name in Blood?
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I'm going to get some tea. I did.
Is it terrible?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay. Well, Ralph was walking away to get some tea. I haven't heard it yet. Damn it. I was hoping, you know, Ralph heard it. And that's one of those ones I meant to listen to. But you know what? I'm fitty with Black Label. Sometimes they put out some really good shit. A lot of times it's some really like,
when is the last time Black Label released anything good?
Oh, what's the one song? I think it was like 2 albums ago. The one where he's dressed like Bruce Lee.
Oh, that was, dude, that's like 20 years ago. That's off the album Mafia. Go look up when Mafia.
No. That's not off of Mafia.
Yes, it is. That had Joyce DeWitt in the video from Three's Company. Yes. Go look it up. It's off Mafia. And the name of the song is what was the name of that song? Super Terrified or something like that? I forgot.
No. All right. Hold on.
It's off Mafia, and that's like over 20 years.
No. I'm not talking about a song off of Mafia. I know that. God damn it. All right, hold on. I'm opening up my fucking iTunes, trying to find that shit.
Fuck Zach Wilde. Overrated.
Oh, he was mean to you, so you don't like him. Just like I don't like Peter Criss because he was a bitch to me, but I'm a bitch.
I love Zach Wilde. I love all his old shit. I still say Book of Shadows is the greatest album of the 90s. So in your face, dude.
Yeah, I disagree with that. But
well, you can disagree all you want. I ain't gonna change my opinion.
What is it? Hold on. Is this
something you seem not to understand, you?
Ah, damn it. You don't remember the name of that song? The one
It's
Overlord.
Yeah, that's off Mafia, dude.
No, that's not on Mafia.
I'll show you right now, bro. And look, if I hate Zach so much, look, I got Mafia.
Yeah, it ain't on that.
Oh, it's not. Then what's the album before it?
Is it Catacombs?
No, Catacombs is after. Blessed Hell Right. No, but it's not on that either. Yeah, it's probably on
Oh,
Catacomb.
is it Order the Black? Yeah, Order the Black. Yep,
What?
2010.
2010. That's 16 years ago.
Yeah,
And
you're
that
right.
and that's
It's
a
been a
good
minute.
album. That is a good album. And the reason that's a good album is because it he finally took his time doing an album, you know?
The one before that, Shot to Hell, was fucking horrible.
Oh, really bad.
Yeah, that was really bad. No, Mafia. I didn't mind as much. And I tell you what,
I
though,
like Mafia.
that fucking cover of "I've Never Dreamed," holy shit, was that good? Holy, that's what I hoped for when he did that cover of fucking Junior's Eyes. I was like, oh my god, I hope he does it as good as he did "I'd Never Dreamed," you know. But nope, you know, nope, that shit sucked. Okay, well, yeah, Overlord's the last song I really liked. So
Yeah,
I don't know
16
about
years.
the new one, but you said it sucks, so I trust your opinion. Speaking of shit that's probably gonna suck, but I don't know. Jeff Tate says he hopes to release Operation Mindcrime 3 this album. Or I'm sorry, this summer. We're in the mixing stages right now. Probably gonna suck, you know,
Yeah,
but I hope it's good.
yeah,
I hope I'm wrong, you know,
me
but
too. Me too. I hope he steps up and does something good. He's
yeah.
still got the
Uh,
voice.
Yeah, no, I will say that, man, that's one of those funny things is I saw, you know, when I saw him, I talked about it in the show when I went backstage and met him and everything, you know, it was right in the middle of that, you know, oh, he's so horrible right now and shit. I was like, God damn, I thought he sounded really good. Uh, you know, but the new music that he was putting out was pretty fucking horrible, you know, and we all agree, you know, Mindcrime 2, like, get the fuck out of here, you know. But it's like, God, really at this point, Mindcrime 3, I mean, it's one of the greatest albums ever of all time. You know, what are you going to do with like a bunch of flunkies in the studio? But who knows? I'll give it a chance, but chances are it's going to suck.
You know,
Uh,
it's one of those situations. Do I release a Jeff Tate album or do I release an Operation Mindcrime 3? Which one would
right.
have more interest?
Exactly. No, oh, I totally agree. I totally agree. Ralph, are you familiar with the band Sun O at all?
No.
Okay. I like them. Kind of a doomy band. They're getting ready to release their first album in 7 years. Uh, yeah, see what it's like. Let's see. Behemoth is getting ready to tour. Who gives a fuck? They suck. Um,
Many people give a fuck, Ian.
yeah, not me though. Not me.
I know, but you're not everybody.
I know.
Just thought I'd let you know. I hate
Oh
you
yeah.
too, but they play stadium. I accept it. I'm okay. I will say
Oh,
when it comes to you
oh,
too, a lot of people give a fuck.
here's one. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Jack Osborne says final numbers raised by charity for the Back to the Beginning concert was less than 10 million.
That's a lot
While
of money though. Still a lot
right,
of
right,
money.
right, right. Yeah, yeah, a lot of money. Initial reports were like 190 million.
Yeah,
And then it kept
Sharon
and
came
then it
out.
kept going down and down. Do you believe that the less than 10 million is the actual amount, or do you think like it could have been more, but the Osbournes, the remaining living Osbournes, took some of that money? What do you think?
They didn't make that much. Not 100 million. Get the fuck out of here. I'm even surprised it made 10 million, to tell you the truth. I could see 4 or 5 million. Number one, the place wasn't that big. It wasn't like a huge stadium. And number
Right.
two, I mean, what the pay-per-views really fucking brought it up to 10 million? Get the fuck out of here. No, it made a few million, but not no 100 million. Give me a fucking break. It's not like the ICE agent shot him in the face. That's where you make the good money.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, now let's get into the album that you want to discuss today. And god damn, you're milking the shit out of this fucking one because I saw you released your own video for this. We're doing it, and you're going to do it on Almost Human Live, the new Megadeth album. What was your thoughts going into this? Did you think like, okay, he's gonna knock it out of the park, or were you apprehensive? What did you think going into this, knowing that this is supposedly going to be the last album from Megadeth?
Well, judging by the singles, I had high hopes.
Okay.
Now, I didn't think it was going to be as good as, of course, the original shit. And I wasn't expecting it to be better than Rust or So Far as well. But, I was hoping better than Countdown and so on, and it's definitely not.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of, you know me, I'm like, I'm already ready to shit on it. But I was hoping it was going to be good. You brought up in a lot of episodes, you're like, oh, of course you're going to hate the new Peter Criss album. Of course you're going to hate the new Ace Frehley album. And yeah, I mean, 9 times out of 10, because I just know their track record. I know it's going to fucking suck, because I know what they do outside of their fucking little fucking spectrum, But with this, I was like, we'll see. My biggest bitch with Megadeth is like there's no consistency because there's not a consistent lineup.
Do you think Megadeth has done anything as good as Rust in Peace Down since? Anything?
No.
So what's it been, Ian? 30-something years? And you're still hoping?
Well, because I've always said this. Megadeth is my least favorite. If you add up their discography, they're my least favorite out of the big four.
Wow. You like Anthrax more than Megadeth?
Yes. Oh,
wow.
Way more. Way more. But I've always said my favorite guitar player out of the big four is Mustaine, by far. I think the capability this guy has, the riffs he writes and the shit he's done, it's like Mustaine is like godlike when it comes to writing riffs. But if you take like an album by album kind of thing, yeah, by far the worst. I'll take Anthrax any day over him. It's hard to fucking go up against Metallica's first three. I mean they're legendary overall. I think Slayer has it. It's not even a contest. And I love Anthrax way more than you do, all incarnations.
Well, I think, you like the shitty Anthrax way more than I do. You don't like the best Anthrax.
Yeah, but you think the best Anthrax is the fucking horrible shit with fucking what's that retard's name with the top hat?
Like I told you, you don't like good Anthrax.
Exactly. But like the last two Anthrax albums, they got Joey back, and I'm like, oh yay! I didn't think they were that great.
They suck.
But Megadeth has put out so many shitty fucking albums.
They both have.
Yeah, but I think Megadeth has the record amount of shitty fucking. If you compare Anthrax to Megadeth's got way more shitty albums.
Yeah, that's only because Anthrax takes
in my
forever.
opinion.
But that's only because Anthrax takes forever to make albums. If they kept making albums, they'd be top.
Oh, I agree. The new Anthrax album, I don't have high hopes for. I'm like, check it out, but I got high hopes for it.
And my thing is like at their peak, Anthrax to me made shitty albums and Megadeth didn't. At their peak.
Yeah, and that's where we disagree, man. I love fucking Among the Living. You don't think it's that good?
I think it's half good.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We differ in opinion. But we're talking about Megadeth, and we're talking about the new Megadeth. And before the album was released, there was 3 singles, that were dropped. I hate that fucking term, dropped. God, I hate that fucking shit. But anyway, 3 singles that were released. I loved the first one. Did not like the second 2 at all. You didn't care so much for the first one. You liked the second one. I don't know your opinion on the third one yet. We'll get into it. But yeah, supposedly this is the last Megadeth. They're gonna do a farewell tour that Mustaine's already said is gonna last like 2 or 3 fucking years. So it's not like, hurry up, He's gonna milk this fucking shit.
He might as well, man. Been doing it for 40 years. Let him make his money. Milk it all it's worth, Dave. Capitalism rules.
Hey, anybody, I'll tell you what, out of the big 4, again, like, not only is Megadeth my least favorite, they've got the worst set list if you go see them live, in my opinion.
That's true.
In my opinion, horrible fucking set list. Has been that way since the fucking 90s.
Yeah, that's all true.
Yeah, just fucking terrible. But let's get into this shit, goddammit. Let's stop torturing the fans, people who've tuned in to see what we think about this album. Ralph, what do you think about the opening track, Turning Point?
All right, tipping point. All right, this is what I wrote. I don't mind how it begins, a little metal part, and then the speed metal kicks off, and it's great. It's a ripping track until it gets to that fucking point where he's like, you won't defy me, you won't deny me. Tipping point, he repeats it like 100 times. That part sucks. And then it goes into something really cool that only lasts like 3 seconds and the song ends. So it starts off good. It's got a horrible part at the end. And that's how I feel about it. It's a great song with a shitty part on it.
All right. Well, we disagree on this one because, oh yes, I like this. Sounds like Megadeth to me. Heavy riffs. I think his voice sounds good on this. But my favorite part of this is what you hate, is the outro. I love that point where it's like, you won't define me. You won't deny me. Tipping point. I love that. To me, that's what took it over the top. To where, like, it's separated from, like, oh, this song could be any fucking thing after fucking United Abominations, And then that little ending gave it that little kick in the ass. I love that ending part of it. I thought Tipping Point was fucking kick-ass. To me, spoiler alert, best song on the fucking album. And I'll take the next one. Holy shit, do we nosedive here? And I know Ralph and I disagree on this, but oh fuck, this is some Blink 182 shit. His punk song. What the fuck's the name of this song, Ralph?
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what the fucking name of this song is. It sounds so fucking generic, so fucking white bread fucking bullshit. And I love like the lyrics, like, I don't care about this, I don't care about that, but I'm a Christian. I love Jesus Christ and everybody. Get the fuck out of here with your stupid fucking shit. He's gonna get even more stupid on the next song. But on this one, it's like, oh, I'm Dave Mustaine the Christian, but I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck Dave Ellefson jerked off. And, that the funniest part about this song is like the little alludes to Ellefson jerking off, which he's doing. But if you ask me,
that's the best part of the song.
But if you ask me, not very Christian. So you're a fucking hypocrite.
Okay, whatever.
You
dig too much into it, dude. It's like,
no,
I can't judge the song because Dave is like this. It's like, fuck, dude. I mean, Cannibal Corpse. Do you think Cannibal Corpse runs around fucking eating people and they're dead?
No, but Cannibal Corpse never asked fucking Christian Death to be kicked off of fucking tour because they're on it. You
But
know,
do they come blood?
who gives a fuck?
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
shitty.
exactly. Who gives a fuck if Dave Mustaine's
No, no,
voice?
that's what I'm saying though.
Subject,
It's a
look,
shit.
the song sucks. Okay, there. But to use his whatever, dude, you make my head explode with your
Okay.
with your reasoning of why you don't like a song when it has nothing to do
No,
with the
no,
song.
no. First and foremost, the song sucks.
Okay, there you go. There you
Second of
go.
all, the fucking hypocrisy of it
Yeah,
is what makes it even fucking worse. But first and foremost, it's a shitty fucking song, and it's shitty fucking pop punk fucking fake ass fucking shit. Go ahead, give your review. I know
uh,
it's your favorite.
this is my favorite song. I think it's the best Megadeth song since 99 Ways to Die. I've seen a lot of hate for it, and I love it because it's pure snotty Mustaine from the heroin days, and and I love how he brings up Elvis with the jacking off part. I love this song, and you know me, man, I'm biased when it comes to Megadeth. I would never admit that this is the best song they did since 91 Ways to Die if I didn't mean it. So yeah, it's a fucking amazing song. I absolutely love it. All right, the next one's called "Hey God." Not bad. Not from what I want from Megadeth, but it's been that way since 1991. But I've heard far worse, and it's coming up.
All right. Hey God. Let's see.
He's a
For fuck's sake,
Christian.
yeah. For fuck's sake, stop crying and pray for better fucking songs. This shit's fucking horrible. Thoughts and prayers, jackass. Again, this guy, nothing but a prick, and now I'm like, oh, I love Jesus. Oh, I love Jesus. I'm a Jesus guy. But fuck everybody else. Like, get the fuck. That's at least I respect about Striper is they walk the walk, they talk the talk and they walk the walk. They make shitty fucking music, but they walk, they tell it like it is, and they try. This guy is like, I love me some Jesus. Everybody else can suck a dick straight up. I hate him. Eat a fucking dick. God, please help me. Go fuck yourself. I don't want to hear this shit out of fucking Megadeth. This is fucking horrible fucking garbage. And, anybody above the age of 12 that fucking believes this shit, I fucking question. Get a shitty fucking song. Horrible. What's the next song?
Let there be shred.
Oh, Let There Be Shred. Get the fuck out of here. I liked it better when it was called Victory. He did the same shit on fucking Victory on Euthanasia. Much better song. Still not that great, but a much better song. And the fucking video. Don't even get me started on this shit. I mean, I know, it should be we're talking about the song, but the song ain't that fucking great. But the video makes it even worse. Like, oh, I'm a UFC fighter and I'm Dave Mustaine. I'm going to kick the shit out of everybody. It's fucking horrible. The song fucking sucks. And what do you think, Ralph?
I love it. I think it's the second best song on here. And I've seen hate for this one as well. I think it's fast and ripping, and I love Dave Mustaine's voice on this. I think it's a great song. And here's where it ends. This album shouldn't be called Megadeth. It should have been called Front Loaded. Because after this, it's fucking shit. It just goes downhill from here. Starting with, what's the next one? A Puppet Parade.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. You know what? I will say one thing positive. The verses aren't that bad. But my God, that chorus. That chorus fucking sucks. It's what I hate about Megadeth, starting with Countdown. When they throw it, I hate Megadeth with melody. I hate it. I like the fucking, like a lot of people love Ashes in Your Mouth. Where do we come from here? That shit drives me nuts. I don't like vocal melodies with Megadeth. That's not how they were. but they wanted to become Metallica. And with Rust in Peace, they already surpassed Anthrax, and Slayer surpassed Anthrax by that point. But they were the one closest to Megadeth at that point. And they figured Countdown to Extinction. I'll never forget my friend Paul. His last name was Gay. Seriously, his last name was really gay. He's one of those, oh, fuck Metallica, Megadeth is better. Fuck Metallica. He's one of a lot of people are like that. And when Countdown to Extinction came out, he called me up because he heard it before I did. He went and bought it. And he called me up just to let me know Metallica, they're dead. This album, Countdown to Extinction, is going to take them to the top. It's going to be huge. And check out his excuse, though. I love this excuse. You know why it's going to be a huge success? Because the song, Countdown to Extinction, is about animal abuse. And chicks love animals. Yep. He earned that last name. But, yeah, so fuck this song, Puppet. Fuck you, what is it? Puppet Parade. Fuck you. This song sucks. What do you think?
All right, Puppet. This is some risk shit right here, man. I wish Jim Henson would stick his hand up Dave's ass and make him write a fucking better song. This shit's terrible, man. Like, come on. Like, this is your last album, and you're gonna let this shit fucking make it?
But Ian, doesn't it make sense? It's like, this is our last album because I ran out of ideas.
Yeah, but it's not what I wanted, dude. It's not like
what I wanted either, but he's out of ideas.
No, I know, but here's the thing. Like, I know you've mentioned on other episodes, like, when I was shitting on Peter Criss' solo album or like Ace Frehley's solo, and we're like, you want to hate him, And yeah, you're right, because I know from past shit, I know it's gonna suck out the gate. Okay, Megadeth shit, I know most likely it's gonna suck, but I don't want it to suck. Like, I want him to, like I said, he is my favorite guitar player out of the big four. I want it to be good, but in the back of my brain, I know it's gonna suck because he hasn't put out a decent album in fucking I don't know how long. Like, you're more of a Megadeth fan than I am. Like, you even think like fucking you like 13 and shit like that.
No, I don't.
I thought you liked 13.
No, I like Endgame. Look, I like Endgame. I thought Dystopia was okay, but I don't go back to those albums at all.
Oh, Endgame. It's like fuck. I like fucking Head Crusher. Other than that, I'm like, eh.
Yeah. I agree.
I did like Dystopia. No. I wish they would have ended with Dystopia. I thought that was I thought Dystopia is the best album they've done since Rust in Peace, in my opinion.
I like Endgame more. But Dystopia, I listened to that album not too long ago. Other than Fatal Illusion, whatever that's called, I think the album's kind of lackluster. Now, Endgame is full of filler. It's got like 3 or 4 really good songs on it. That's why, to me, man, Rust in Peace down. And really the first two.
I'll tell you what, like today, like I started out like, okay, so I had like a agenda set aside. I'm like, I'm going to listen. I'd already listened to this album once. I'm like, I'm going to start out my day today. I'm going to listen to it once, and then I'm going to listen to like nothing but Megadeth. And then I'm going to listen to it again and do my notes. And after I listen to this album, I'm like, let me go back to the Sick, the Dead, and the Dying. Because I wasn't a big fan of that. Let me see. Dude, I got halfway through the Sick, the Dead, and the Dying. I already knew it was better than this shit, but I still hated it. And I was like, fuck this. I'm not listening to Megadeth all day. God damn, life is too short. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. I know what Megadeth I like. I know what Megadeth I don't like. Fuck this shit. I'm not wasting my fucking time. But God, it's forgettable. Like, I remember when Sick, the Dead, and the Dying came out, I was like, it's Megadeth, but it's so forgettable. Every song you hear, as soon as it's done, it's like you don't even know you heard a song. You're just like, This fucking shit. Fucking horrible. The next song. Another Bad Day. This is funny. You text me this. You text me this when you text me. You said, "Hey, this is what we're doing this week." And I'm like, "Okay." So I downloaded it and I'm listening to it. And you're like, "I just listened to Another Bad Day, and this just ruined my fucking day." And I agree with you. It's just another bad song. And this sounds like more like Risk shit. Like you're going back to Risk and fucking Super Collider crap. Like if this is going to be your last album, there should be a sense of urgency. There should be a sense of like, okay, I'm not just going to hand out filler. Like I need to knock this shit out of the park. This shit didn't make it past first base. It's fucking horrible. Another bad day. Fucking ridiculous. What do you think, Ralph?
They're clearly out of ideas, total filler. Sounds like a crappy B-side. And yeah, this song will ruin your day if you listen to it in the morning. It's fucking horrible. I absolutely hate this song. All right, next, Made to Kill. All right, intro is tight, but it goes nowhere. The parts that sped up sounds forced and out of place. And I think that part that sped up in the song could have worked in a different song. But this song has way too many changes that don't flow well. This song's a mess. It's probably the biggest mess on the album. It sucks. I hate it.
All right. I put nothing bad, nothing great. It's one of those songs you forget the minute it's fucking over. We kind of agree. It's filler. It's fucking horrible. What's the name of the next song?
Obey the Call.
Obey the Call. Another boring fucking song. Fucking try harder. Like this is your last album, and this is what you're putting on it. Come on. You're not even fucking trying. You're like, by contract, I've got to have 10 songs on this fucking album. It's like you didn't even fucking try. Fucking horrible. What do you think?
To me, it sounds like Angry Again, and I hate that song. And
Oh, I love that song.
and I think this has a far worse chorus than Angry Again. It's I hate both things about it. It sucks. It's terrible. All right, the next song is called I Am War. I only got 3 words for this. I Am War. This is what I have to say about it. I am bored. That's it.
No, hey, I get that. My notes are what war? Is this Grenada? This shit is fucking lame. I mean, you write a song like "I Am War," you think it's gonna have some fucking balls. This is some pussy ass fucking shit. God damn, I'm so like I expect this album not to be great, but it's really, really fucking bad. What's the next one called?
The Last Note.
Oh, The Last Note. Jesus fuck. Come on, Dave, give me a break. Don't go out like this, please. And that's my thing. In this day and age where like all these people are like, oh, this is the farewell tour, and we do this, and we do that. I hope Dave's lying about this. I hope they do not go out like this. Because even as a final song, I mean, you listen to it lyrically, it's like, oh, this is my last, and there's a spoken word and there's all this shit like it's gonna be my final song and all this shit. It's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. And this is supposed to be your last fucking song. Come on, man. Come on, Dave. You're better than this. You're fucking better than this, you fucking Christian piece of shit, redhead fuck. God damn it. You're a good guitar player. Write something better than this. This is fucking retarded. What do you think, Ralph?
Again, I hate melodic Megadeth. I hate it. This whole melodic bullshit. The only good thing I got to say about this song, well, it's better than the last 5 songs, but that ain't saying much. It's not hard to better the last 5 songs. You can still suck and better the last 5 songs. All right. Then what they wisely put as a bonus track, because this shit's fucking terrible. Their cover of Ride the Lightning is fucking horrible. All right, I'll say this. Is it played well? Yeah. Is it played just like the original? Yeah. But there's a couple differences. Number one, Dave's voice sucks. Trying to do that young Hetfield. That, let me put it this way. Ride the Lightning, if Metallica does it today, it won't be as good either. That's a young man song. And Megadeth is a young man's band. Period. That's why you're saying, well, you could have gone out better. Not as an old man, he can't. It's over, Johnny. It's over. The drums. Now, here's the thing. Mustaine is always running around saying, well, Lars is a terrible drummer. He's a horrible, by the way, Ian's got bad kidney, man. You can't hold on to that piss. But yeah, I ain't got one up once to take a piss. But anyway, Dave Mustaine's always going off about, Lars ain't a good drummer. He's just not a good drummer. And I know Dave's mentality, he thought, all right, I'm going to get this drummer that's technically better than Lars Ulrich. And he's going to play the song better than Lars Ulrich. You know what? I guess he does from a technical standpoint, but it sounds robotic. It sounds too spit shine. It lacks the looseness of Lars Ulrich. And the solo, I was watching this Metal Voice. They're saying, well, the solo is different. No, it's not. I don't hear a difference in the solo at all. I hear what Kurt Hammett did. Now, I'm not saying Dave Mustaine ripped off Kurt Hammett. For all I know, Dave recorded that solo and Kurt copied it, whatever. But if that's the case, then Dave should have done something different. He should have put his stamp. He should have done something to make it sound like the Megadeth version of Ride the Lightning. But he didn't do the Megadeth version of Ride the Lightning. He did what any band covering Ride the Lightning would do. Try to do it exactly as it was. And he tried to do it a little more technical to prove he's better than Metallica. And to me, it fails because it doesn't have the looseness of Lars Ulrich. It doesn't have the young voice of James Hetfield. It's too spit shine, generic. And for that, I think it's fucking terrible. But then again, I hate cover songs that are too identical to the original. That's why I love Typo's version of Black Sabbath, Devo's version of Satisfaction, because they made it into their own. Van Halen, all their covers, they made it into their own. This is them doing the song identical, but we're Megadeth. We're superior musically. So here, check out our Spit Shine cover. And it sucks because of that. It doesn't have none of the oomph. I think it's fucking terrible. What do you think?
Second best track on the album, and it sucks. I agree with almost everything you said. Oh my God. I think, okay, we got to take into consideration Dave's voice on this album. And I think on some songs, yeah, it's an older Dave, still sounds good. Yeah, you can give him the cancer fucking wah-wah and all that fucking bullshit. But his voice on this is terrible. It's so bad. Way worse than, there's so many songs on this album that are way worse than this, where he sounds better than what he does on this. And you brought up a great point. You texted me the other day, you're like, the drums, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, wow. I listened to the drums on this shit. I know everybody loves the shit on fucking Lars, but the drums just it sounds like Matt Sorum played drums on this. Is what it sounds like to me. It's that just dook 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 dook, like Lego fucking drums,
no feel.
Yeah, no feel. I'm just found it right, and I like the drummer that they have now. He's not a bad drummer, but the drums on this is it makes me man, maybe I'm being too hard on fucking Lars, dude. It's that bad. It's that bad.
That
Uh,
to me, this proves how important Lars Ulrich is and what a
yeah,
fucking trailblazer he was as a drummer. He didn't need the technical nature,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that this drummer is technically better than Lars. He played the song technically better than Lars, but he's playing it like a fucking robot. It doesn't have
yeah,
a human feel. It's just
yeah.
sterile.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even say technically better. I mean, it's so fucking sterile. Oh my God. It's just like, and kind of like, I go back to some interviews, of course, the Daves are going back and forth at each other, but Ellefson was saying how, right before he got kicked out of the band, Dave was like, we're going to do the No Life to Leather repeat. We're going to re-record it. We're going to do it right. And Ellefson's like, no, why? No, let it go, you know?
Thank God they didn't do that.
Yeah, and when it was initially announced that they were going to do this, of course, my initial reaction was like, "Why?" But then I was like, "God damn it, you're Dave Mustaine." I mean, like, a lot of the shit from Metallica is because you wrote it, man. And I give him all the credit in the world, man, for being a great riff writer and all this shit. But just to hear it, man, it's just like. And then you're going to be judged on this shit. Like, okay, here's one of the most beloved Metallica songs. You're doing it now at like 60 fucking 6 years old or however the fucking old he is, you know. And you're going to try to like fucking do that but I still had hope. I really did. I really wanted to like this better than I did. But I mean, you got to be honest, like, ugh. But it's still my second favorite track because other than fucking Tipping Point, like every other song on this album, I'm like, Euthanasia is better than this shit, in my opinion.
It is.
As a Megadeth fan, like I even went back. Like, here's the one thing I did, like my or I should say my third listen through. After I listened to that fucking horrible, the one where he's doing the fucking UFC fight, We Will Shred. I was like, this is fucking Victory. And I went back and I listened to Victory and I was like, God, even though I knew like Euthanasia was a lesser Megadeth album, Victory blew that shit out the water. I was like, God damn, listen to his voice. Listen to the like anger on this song. You can hear it in the spite and everything. So much better, What a lame way to go out. And I already knew like whatever last tour they're going on is gonna suck because Megadeth has sucked live since like the early 90s.
Well,
The
I wouldn't go that far. I would say their set list sucks, but they play well.
They play. I'm trying to think of the right way to word this. It sounds okay, but there's not that earnestness. There's not that like anger, that piss and venom.
That they didn't have after Chris and Gar left. Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
The first two albums, Megadeth at their angriest. After that, they weren't as angry anymore.
Yeah. And I hats off to you, Roy Harper, because you got to see that. I never did. By one day. Because I saw the first day that Tesla took over for Megadeth on the Alice Cooper tour. Or else I would have seen the original lineup. But I saw him, the first time I saw him was it was before Countdown came out. They were still playing with the Rust in Peace, like backdrops and, like the signs on the drums and everything. It was when they opened up for fucking Skid Row. It was Pantera, Megadeth, and Skid Row headlining. How horrible is that? But every time I saw Megadeth afterwards, I was always like, I'll never go see Megadeth again. I'm like, ugh. And then as you see the set list, like, ugh. Like the only thing that ever got me like close to like I'll go see Megadeth again was like that little window when they were playing The Conjuring. I was like, oh, okay. But then that door closed, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. You know, fuck this shit.
Fuck
By
this
far,
album.
yeah, fuck this album, and fuck Dave Mustaine. He's a horror. You know what? I wish Ellefson would have groomed Mustaine. I wish he would. You know what? I wish he would have. I wish he would have groomed Electra, Mustaine's daughter. I wish that would have been funnier.
I gotta say, when I met Megadeth, he was the nicest guy, and Junior was the biggest prick.
Never met Dave. I mean, we met Junior together. I thought Junior was nice when we met
Junior
him.
was nice that day, but I'm telling you, back in the Countdown extension,
Oh yeah,
he was a prick, and Dave Mustaine was cool. Marty was cool, but he was with a Japanese chick. I didn't want to bother him too much. And Nick Menza was super nice too, but Dave was the nicest out of them all.
yeah.
And you got to remember, I met Dave Mustaine when Countdown Extension was #2 on the charts. So I met him right at that time. So of course he's in a good mood.
Yeah. The one I want to drink with it was Nick Menza. I love me some Nick Menza.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was good. I saw his documentary. It wasn't that good. It's on.
It wasn't.
It's free on Tubi.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. It's not that good. That sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
It's too long. It was too long too. Seemed like a nice guy in the documentary. He looked like an okay guy. But yeah.
Oh man, I was looking forward to that too. Oh well.
Well, you can still see it. Hey, who knows? You might like it. You like crap.
Yeah, there you go. I love the Bullet Boys. Smooth up in ya. Oh well, what are you gonna do? There's no accounting for taste.
That's right. Hey, right. I love REO.
Oh yeah.
we all love shit that sucks.
I'll never forget that episode. God damn, it was probably like episode 19. Here we are on 400. It was like episode 19 is like, you like this REO album.
Yeah, I didn't know you that well back then. I thought you were cooler. I didn't know you were such a douche.
Which one was that?
Nine Lives, their best fucking album.
Oh my God. Hey, and I'll tell you what though, dude, Riding the Storm Out, fucking love that song, dude. I mean, there's still some REO songs that I like, but overall, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But it's fucking time frame. Like you will never understand my love for fucking Heading for a Heartbreak. I still think is the greatest fucking hard rock ballad all time.
And there you go. I'm like the opposite of you. I used to hate Winger. Now I love them. I'm like the opposite. There's shit I used to hate. Now I love. I love Winger. I think Winger's a fucking awesome band, and it's a shame they ended with what I think is their best album, 7.
Yeah, but you don't like the second album. That's pretty horrible.
The second album is the only album I don't like in their whole discography. I like every other album.
But I still love what was the goddamn single off of that?
I Can't Get Enough.
So I love that song.
Yeah.
I love it. And I know there's a part of my brain that says, what the fuck, man? It's terrible. But it's the time frame. It's the era, and it's the same shit with everybody, man.
The first album.
Fucking Dick Twatkins likes fucking Monster and fucking,
New Tattoo.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He thinks New Tattoo is great.
He likes First Man on the Moon. I heard him say that. That's awesome, though. I love that about him. He likes he ain't ashamed, just like you're not ashamed.
No, and
You're,
that's what I do love though. I love when somebody's like, "No, fuck you. That's what I like," and that's what I respect about you. Like you are the same way about Kansas, and I get it. And I'm the same way, dude. Jesus Christ, every mother's nightmare. Give me a fucking break, dude.
yeah, but you also got to remember, Ian, at the same time, when somebody that comes up to you and tells you what you think sucks, and they like something that you think sucks, and those people were actually in the crib when you were listening to those songs, you kind of look down on them, going, "Okay, Junior." That's how I look at you when you say something bad about
Yeah.
Sticks or Ario. Dude, you were in the crib while I was rocking to this shit.
And
So
and that's how when my son tries to defend '90s Metallica, you
yeah,
know.
you're like my son.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're like
get
just
the
like
fuck
your
out of here.
son. Your son likes that Metallica crap, and
Yeah,
you like what is it? No Way to Love from the night Every Mother's Nightmare. What is the name of that song? I keep forgetting.
love can make you blind, dude.
Love can make you blind.
Check it
Oh
out.
God, I gotta hear that song now. There's no fucking way in hell I'm gonna like a song with that title.
It's
But
horrible.
I'll give
It's
it a chance.
horrible.
I'll give it a chance. But there's no fuck.
But all I can implore you is like, please, as much as you hate that song, the rest of the album is 1,000 times worse. But
I do remember the name. Uh,
uh,
I do remember the name. Every Mother's Nightmare. I do. I think they might have had a video. Wasn't it an
yeah.
animated video? It was an animated video, right? I kind of remember that.
No, I don't remember. I think they did have two singles. The Love Will Make You Blind wasn't animated, although it'd probably be better if it was. I think they did have a second single,
Yeah, they
and
did. Oh, I think it's animated.
and probably like if I had heard the second single, I probably wouldn't have bought the album. It was so bad. It was like everything else on the album. I'm like, what the fuck did I just spend? At that time, like, what did I just spend $14 on? Like, Jesus Christ, this shit sucks. So bad. It was like bang, say that da da da, turn it up and let's feed the fire. Is
Do you like Love Will Make You Blind today?
yep. Yeah,
I'd be ashamed to.
but not enough to buy the whole album. But it's one of those, and it's weird. Like I said, dude, I am not the ballad guy, and I think the best ballad ever is fucking heading for a heartbreak.
I love ballads when they're done right. Like I like way more ballads than you do, but I think I hate more ballads than like ballads, especially the hair metal ballads. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
There are exceptions. I like Nobody's Fool from Cinderella. I think that's a good ballad.
Oh,
And,
I
that,
love that.
and that's a
But
hair
that
metal.
that that, that one to me, that's kind of a tough one because that's a ballad with balls. To me, that's kind of like almost like on an Aerosmith level where it has
Yeah,
so much
but
like gravitas.
yeah, but
You know.
you know what I got not too long ago? Let me show you. Where are the
Okay, like a ballad I love that's horrible is the Motley Crue one. Like, there's no defending that.
which
You know
was
that.
ballad? I love Home
Uh,
Sweet Home.
yeah, no, I love Home Sweet Home too. No, what's the one after Doctor Feelgood? You always make fun of me for liking.
Oh, Without You.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no defending that.
Well, yeah,
But I like.
there's no defending Glitter.
Oh my, that one still blows my mind. How the
Oh,
fuck
come
you could
on,
like.
dude. Come on. You're gonna tell me Without You is way better than Glitter? Come on, get the fuck out of town.
No, dude, that's like they're not even in the same ballpark. I really don't get like how in the fuck you could justify that your glitter love, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you
That
like
you have to live with the fact that you tell people online that you like glitter.
yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
I have no shame.
But then again, I'm telling people I like Every Mother's Nightmare. So I'm no better. We're both
Hey,
horrible people.
Look what I bought. This is
Cinderella, the Mercury Years.
this is all
So
their
what?
records. I think they didn't make no records after Still Climbing, did they?
No, not studio albums. No,
So this has.
I've never heard Still Climbing. Have you?
I finally listened to it when I got this,
Any
and
good?
not really. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but the thing is, man, I don't even know why I bought this shit. But here's the thing: I listened to Heartbreak Station. Those ballads suck. You know, you're talking
Yeah.
about nobody's fool has balls. These don't know what you got till it's gone. That has no balls.
Oh
Or
yeah.
Heartbreak Station, but
Well,
that
well,
nobody's fool had balls.
well. Here's the thing with me with Cinderella. Cinderella was one of the first albums that I bought when I got into hard rock. Love the first Cinderella album.
I'm
I
still I'm still a huge fan of that album.
Yeah. I never bought Long Cold Winter because I didn't like Gypsy Road and I didn't like You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. I bought Heartbreak Station when it came out, but I never like go back and re-listen to it. And when I've heard the songs off of that, I'm like, eh. But when I hear
It's I equate Cinderella with Great White. After the first album, they went all, oh, we need credibility, you
yeah.
know. And fuck that. I like Night Songs how that was, you
Oh,
know.
night songs to me, man. That shit's fucking
It's held up.
I love it. Love
It's
it.
held up. I heard the other day on my iPod Shuffle, Somebody Save Me. God damn, what a song! What
Oh
a
yeah.
song! What a fucking song! It's just they look like glam posers, you know. But I
Yeah,
love
but
it.
I didn't give a fuck because I loved that back in the day, you know.
And I
Uh,
didn't. I didn't.
yeah,
But I heard the song Night Songs, and I said, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm buying that record. Because I
yeah.
heard
No.
Night Songs on the Metal Shop. And when I bought the album, I was blown away how fucking metal and hard rock it was.
Oh yeah. But I mean, still to this day, when you hear like the title track, Night Songs, like Night Songs, it's like, oh man, that shit kicks ass, dude.
I need a shot of gasoline. That's badass.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Love that shit. And that's what's funny is like, some of the other shit I listen to that I loved back in the day that I know is like the same thing for you. It's time frame. Like I listened to it. Some of it holds up, most of it doesn't. But even a lot of the stuff that does, I really try to like listen to it. I was like, if I heard this for the first time today, like I never heard in my life, I have no backstory, I'd be like, this shit's fucking terrible, But I admit that. I admit that a lot of it is time frame. But then there's other shit like, man, I go back and I listen to Asylum. I still love Asylum, man. I'll take Asylum over fucking, Animalize, all this other shit. Definitely over anything that came out.
I love Asylum too. And as I said, I hated that look. I hated the glam shit. I hated Tears of Fallen. I hated Who Wants to Be Lonely. But I love Secretly Cruel. I loved King of the Mountain and
King of the Mountain, dude.
The second song, Any Way You Slice It, all night. That cheesy fucking song. I fucking love that song. Beyond
that always cracks me up. You don't like the other songs, but you like
the stupid one. I'll admit,
Yeah.
All Night is even dumber than Tears Are Falling and Who Wants to Be Lonely combined. It's way dumber, but I love it. To me, it's like On Fire Part 2.
I know. It's so dumb. No, but I'm the same way. I still love it. I still love it, man.
But it's something that, believe me, back then I championed anything that was sounding good. I like a Cinderella. I didn't care if it was glam as long as the songs were good, and that's how I felt about it.
Well, don't listen to Every Mother's Nightmare then.
Yeah.
You won't like it.
I love.
But I will say, this is what you should do. I think this would be great. for your Almost Human channel because you make money on this shit. You should do a reaction video where you listen to Love Will Make You Blind. Make it a reaction video. Fucking hype this shit up. Get paid, bitch. Get paid for this.
I'm gonna do that for you. I'm gonna say reaction for Ian Wadley.
I know.
Actually, I can't do reaction videos like everybody does. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download the video and I'm gonna talk while the video shows. You're not gonna see me on the video, but I promise you, the first time I watch that video, I'm gonna react to it, and I will send you a link.
I love it, and that's great. I want you to get paid. If you got to listen to this bullshit, get paid for it, baby. Get paid.
No, nobody. I ain't gonna. I'll be paid like 10 cents. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. You know?
I'll watch it. I'll watch it over and over. I'll laugh my ass off.
You'll make me 10 cents. It'd be funny if there's other comments. I love this song.
Yeah, that'd be Mark Allen Taylor.
Like, boy, this shit rules. It reminds me of Bang Tango.
Yeah. Me, Bushy, and Mark, like the three worst people on the planet, will comment.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right. Well, fuck it. Let's go into pick of the week. God damn it!
All right. Where do you want me to pick?
In the middle, on the left.
Right here.
No, you're. No, I'm looking at. No, the other one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, go back. Go a little bit more. No, go back.
But
no,
you can't
the other way. The other one.
Yeah. You have to see
the other one. There, right there.
Feels like a double album.
Ooh. What do we got there?
Oh, you love this one, brah.
Ooh, I do.
This was the best album. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
No, 24.
Fucking incredible album, Deep Purple, -1. I'm gonna play this after this show because I haven't heard this one in a bit.
So good.
My favorite song on here is the last song. What's it called again? Bleeding Oblivion. Oh, Obvious.
Oh yeah, the Bleeding Obvious. Yeah, I love that one. The song before that though. What's the song before it?
No mover to burn. Oh wait, I'll catch you.
Yeah, that I can't listen to that song without crying. Oh my god, that's the one that Ian Gillan wrote about his wife while she was dying and shit. Oh my god, so good. What a good album.
Right on.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's my. Oh man, what a great pick on that one, huh, Ian?
Yes, when I got it. All right, my pick, and I'm just throwing this out there. It might be horrible, but it can't be worse than what we just reviewed. My pick of the week is the new Creator album, Crushers of the World. And right before we started recording this, they just released the video for the title track. Not bad, but it's not like, it's not like classic Creator, in my opinion. It's a good song, but I'll tell you this, it's better than any track on the fucking new Megadeth. But what I'm saying is like you as the consumer, if you're going out there and you're going to buy shit and you're like, the new Megadeth or the new Creator, spend your money on the new Creator, man. Throw some money their fucking way. I guarantee, I haven't heard it yet, but god damn it. I'll give you your money back. If you buy both these albums and you think the Creator album's worse, I'll pay you back. What, like sexually or some way.
Don't trust Ian. He ain't getting that elder tattoo.
Yeah, no, fuck that shit. I ain't no fag.
Now he's going back on his word.
Yep. All right. Well, now we go to Fan of the Week. And Fan of the Week is the lovely lady who commented on our iTunes review and is going to be a future guest on this show, Brenda Fuck. I don't know Brenda's last name, so I'm just going to call her Brenda Fuck. Because for all intents and purposes, it's your wife, Brenda Fuck.
I love the
Uh,
fuck out of this girl. I never loved a girlfriend as much as I love this chick. Can you believe it's been 3 years and we haven't had one fucking fight?
I
Not.
tell you what,
She is
I
the
love.
most chill fucking chick ever. It just goes to show, man. I was always right, and all my ex-girlfriends were all wrong. I was always thinking, why the fuck are they so mean to me? What do I? I'm not doing anything, and I treat this girl just like I treated my ex-girlfriends, but she appreciates me, man.
I tell you what, I've been with you through a lot of years and a lot of chicks.
Yeah, I've had several girlfriends since you've
Yes,
known me.
I've never seen you as happy as you are now. I've never seen you as well grounded and everything. This woman as she is the one for you. I'm really looking forward to doing this episode together with her and the great Heather Drain. It's going to be an amazing episode we're going to do. But in all seriousness, though, I mean, believe it or not, I know Ralph a little bit better than you guys, and I've been there through a lot of stuff. And this woman brings out the best in you, and you're
She
just
really, she really,
you're a much happier guy.
she
You
really
know?
does. What she's done to me, it really has changed me because I
Yeah,
was a little more brutal, like, banning people left and right and getting pissed off. Now it's like, I just don't care. People can't make me angry anymore. They just can't. People come
well,
to me and all I do is I delete them. And she's brought that out of me. She brought who gives a fuck who doesn't like you? You know what I mean? I've always had that attitude, but now I don't snap at people anymore. I just make them disappear. And they mean
yeah,
nothing to me. If you don't like me, that's fine. Get in line. You guys can stand over there. I'm fine. I got the greatest chick in the world. And there's nothing you can say to make me feel bad about having who I have. I really do love her. And I've never talked this way about other girlfriends I've had.
I
You
agree. I
and
agree.
I got nice things to say about Kathy, my last one. A lot of
Yeah,
nice things to say about her, but it didn't work out. But this girl, it's been 3 years, man. It's been
yeah,
3 fucking years with no
yeah.
fucking problems.
No, I agree. I've never seen you this, because we do the show and of course we always fuck with each other and we always battle with each other. But we always have our talks before and after the show. I've never seen you this happy and this at peace. And I really think she's a great compliment to you. And I couldn't be more happier for you, man.
Thank you, man. And if
So,
it does, and in case it doesn't work out, I'm going full homo
yeah.
because I'm done with
Well,
chicks. I told her
hey,
I'm
hey, I'm
done.
first in line. Suck my dick.
No,
Uh,
I've already
but,
done. I've already done
but
that.
no, and also I can't wait to have her on the show. She's always been so cool. I love like when we've done the live shows and she comments. She's got great comments. You know what I mean? It's not like stupid shit. She always writes like the coolest shit, and I love that she did. The little thing on iTunes. But I'm talking about like the YouTube comments. Like anytime she comments, I love it because I'm hard on like chick metal fans. I'm pretty fucking rough on them. But this girl knows her stuff, and like she is a hard rock and metal fan, and she's no like, oh, I like this band because they're cute. She likes this bands because she loves the music and stuff, and that just blows my mind. She's a beautiful woman. She makes you happy. Uh, I'm so glad for you, man, because I know you've had so much stuff going on in the last couple of years, and to have this like rock solid person in your corner, I think has done a lot of good. And like
Oh,
I said,
and believe me,
couldn't be more happier for you, brother.
everything, the death of my father, me going to the hospital, she's been there for me the whole
Oh, I
time.
know.
She was
Oh,
right
I
there
know.
with me, man. She helped me through all the turmoil, all the bad stuff I've gone through. She was always there for me, and
Yeah.
no matter what, she was always there for me, and appreciate that girl. And you know how we got together really was she saw me talking about Phantom of the Paradise. That's how it all started. So when she was here, we
Well, that right there is awesome.
yeah,
You know.
and it was glorious to kick back on my big ass TV watching Phantom of the Paradise with her on the 4K TV. You know.
Yeah. No, and I love it. Like even my wife, uh, because of course, my wife knows. We talk about you and stuff, and she knows everything that happened, and she's so glad. She's like, God, at least he's got her. There by his side with all the shit that's going on and stuff.
Oh
And
my God! Thank God.
uh,
I went through all that shit with her there. I don't know what would have happened if I was alone.
oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
I,
dude, I remember that, dude, when you were in the hospital and I was calling you every day and stuff and checking in on you. But you know what? It's like a dude can only do so much, but when you got that woman in the corner that loves you and believes in you, that's the shit that pulls you through, you know. And I'm so glad she was there for you and she's still there for you, man. That's awesome.
forever, I hope.
Yeah. Hey, I'm happy for you.
Hey, she says it's gonna be forever, so I hope she's telling me the truth.
Yeah. And if she turns her back, then I hate that bitch.
I'll be, if she turns her
I'm just
back,
kidding.
if she turns her back, I'm sucking your dick.
Don't turn your back.
Yeah, Lloyd's the call, baby.
All right. Well, we have look forward to that one with her and the great Heather Drain. Oh my God, that's going to be an amazing episode. And the Iron Maiden versus fucking Judas Priest. We got some great shit coming up. Man, we've been knocking out of the park. Yeah, we had a shit episode last week, but look how many weeks we've been doing this shit in a row and doing fucking fantastic.
And last week's show did good.
Yeah, I'm ashamed, but yeah, it did good. But you know what?
I just hope everybody that saw the last show are fans of ours and understand that we really do a good podcast.
Yeah, we do. And look at this shit, man. Going on fucking, what is it, like 14 years we're going on now? God damn. You know? But come back next week. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to figure it out. But come back next week to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Smack, oh my God.
Stay frosty.